Let me talk to you. What's going on? What's going on, dude? What up, Woke? What up, Sammy? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Happy Friday. Hope everyone rested or gets some rest for a great start to the weekend. We got a lot of gameplay yesterday, and we discussed most of it yesterday in the 2-hour stream in the afternoon. What up, Viper? What up, Edric? We definitely had a lot of gameplay that we got with the war games and the entrances and the big reveals. And at its core, what up, Chi-Town? At its core, we saw that the game really looks the same. I'm up really early. I've been up really early every other stream this week. You're not buying it? Why? What's going on, Viper? What's holding you back from buying it? What's holding you back? SmackDown's tonight? Yep, SmackDown's tonight. Hey, Terry, how's it going? Basically, what we're going to do in this stream is whoever comes in here saying that it's bad or they don't want it, I want to know why, obviously. And then the ones that do want it, I want to know what's the reason that's making them want to get it. That's what really the discussion is going to be about. It's the same as 2K22. Are you sure about that, Viper? Are you sure about that? So look, here's the deal. When you say something as basic as, okay, it's the same as 2K22, this is what you got to consider. War games. That's not in 2K22. Universe action selection, which is to advance the stories between characters. This is all that we know so far. There's going to be a lot more. My GM expanded titles and matches with now 4 total shows versus each other. And more GMs to choose from. And then you also got expanded roster and entrances, advanced creation, and new fatigue. You could call it 22.0.525 or whatever. Point is that as far as we know, I just listed there the new items that we can expect with 2K23. The female referee, I couldn't add it anymore. I ran out of text. Female ref, better lighting. Not even better lighting. Lighting overhaul. Pyros. / fireworks. Detailed. Ray tracing like reflection. Those are all things that are not in 2K22. They said the same game. No. They said it was the same gameplay with tweaks to it. That's what they said. You're taking their words out of context. Everyone that played the game said that it's the same gameplay with tweaked controls. And it plays a lot smoother. Hyper universes and gameplay is all that matters. For me, as long as I can make my calls original for me, roster weakness will fade away. It's definitely not a dud. We've seen worse years. Exactly. No, not only that, we've seen worse years. We've gotten years where we haven't gotten anything and we haven't really gotten much improvements. From all the things that I read, we see here clear cut, visible, even in the gameplay videos. What up, Jay? What up, Juan? Even in the videos that they showcase, you do see the differences. See, saying that it's the same game is like not doing your homework and paying attention to the like what's in between the lines. It's not the same game. It's a yearly title. I feel like people forget. People forget when we had THQ what that was like. What up, Fitzy? You want to get it for War Games? I don't mind looking like 2K22 because 2K22 was good graphically. I don't think they add much besides character and attention. I don't believe anyone is saying it's not better, but generally looks about 97.5%. You're trying to give all these fakes to you're giving all these fake percentages like it's in terms of looks. First and foremost, most of the people that played 2K22 played on last gen. That's another thing. People are starting to get the next gen consoles. So half of those people that played on last gen didn't even get to enjoy the frames how they were on next gen. We haven't even gotten the full detailed description of everything the game has to offer. And just in the first week where they announced the stuff that's in the game, there's already different things that weren't there before. To say that the game looks a percentage amount the same or this or that, it's like it's completely misleading and misguided. You're not doing yourself or anyone justice for that matter. Yes, the gameplay is the only thing that you could really say that looks the same. Because even the character models that had no changes, they all look different. Skin tones, reflection, shadows, everything looks different in each individual, regardless of them having the same model from 2K22. So again, if you're saying that it's the same game, you're not paying attention. And if you're playing on next gen for the first time, well, it's not next gen anymore, but the new gen. If you're playing on like the PS5, Series X, Series S, you're going to be able to see the frames per second changes and the difference with the sound and the, you know, they updated the people that needed to get updated. They just add different this, that's it to you, said just what? Viper, you didn't explain yourself well in that last sentence. Watching that Dunder Mifflin? Yeah. You're watching The Office right now? I'm not disagreeing with you. I think the gameplay does look the same, but you got double championship entrances now. You got War Games, which is a completely new from scratch mode. You got Advanced Creations coming back finally. You got more options to play with in universe mode. My GM has been expanded tremendously with now 4 shows competing against each other, amongst other things that we still don't know yet. John Cena's showcase is pretty solid to just have fun with. Best to go to sleep, bro. It's one of the best shows, man. Whenever I need to just like have a good time and relax and disconnect and have something on the TV, I put it on. I think the system that AEW are going to implement where they update their game through the DLC rather than yearly releases is the way forward. I mean, that's the way forward with every single yearly game, though. That's not really saying much. And at the end of the day, you still got to pay like $60, $70 for the base game, and you still got to pay for every single DLC content that's coming later. Money is always going to be spent. Whether it's within the year or year and a half marker, you're going to end up spending a tremendous amount of money regardless because they're spending time on adding all those things. Games games like WWE, like not even WWE or wrestling. I'm talking about sports titles in general. Any title that comes out yearly, all they need is real like updates and expansions, which is what they do to Fortnite and stuff. And then they implement the new version of the game at a later date. But it doesn't change the fact that half of the people would spend that money anyways. Whether it's a new disc or a new file to download, people will still spend those $70 to get the upgrades. It's just whatever way you look at it. So you end up spending the $70 regardless, and then you end up spending the extra, because you know how much money people spend on Fortnite in the last couple years? Thousands of dollars. That's why Fortnite is the way they are. They give you the free base game for you to download, and you have to pay for everything else in terms of skins and visuals. Like, you got to buy the V-Bucks. 2K23 looks good. I'm not going to sit here and say everything looks good about the game, but the new kickoff system, I love it. War Games love it. Universe wanted to see more. I just think it's hilarious that everyone comes in and just bashes a game that literally revealed close to nothing. Last gen does hold back new releases, for sure. It doesn't allow for the game to truly take full control of the new generation, but WWE and like the people behind WWE have really found a way to make the game ultimately a next gen experience. Whether it's with the vibration on the controller, the sound, the visuals, the frames. On last gen, everyone has issues with bugs and things like that because the game just doesn't run as well. They should update some superstars finishes like the stomp because we need more things different. Well, they did add a new curb stomp. They did add a new Roman Reigns spear. They added several new animations that they haven't even revealed yet. What up, Anthony? Nah, man, you good, man. We started like 13 minutes ago. The only thing that's the same as the gameplay. No, I'm not complaining. No. I'm not saying you are. Ray tracing will not be in last gen. No doubt about it. They haven't even fully announced the ray tracing stuff. So I don't know if that's just really, really good reflection and lighting in general versus ray tracing. But either way, for the most part, it still looks really, really good for last gen. So I know a lot of people complain because there's game breaking or game issues that ruin the experience on last gen. But when you look at the game and how it runs on 2K, like 2K22, I barely had any issues on my Xbox and PS5. And while I was playing, people were like saying, "Oh, I don't know how you're playing the game because I have massive issues. My game is flopping, it's failing. I don't know." I didn't really see much of those issues, honestly. Can't wait for Rollins' new Titatron. Hell yeah. And it's funny because Brock Lesnar has his pyro. They just added pyro to Bobby Lashley and Cody Rhodes and stuff. And the pyro and just the sound and the way it plays off, it looks ridiculous. I wish they fixed the CPU managers not doing anything outside the ring. They don't interfere into the match sometimes. Anybody who complains about games who hasn't even been released yet should probably go back to playing. Yeah, not only that, it's not the final version of the game. That's another thing. It's the beta version, you know? So I just feel like if yesterday being the first day that we got gameplay from the content creators, and it's only been like a couple days, barely a week. It's been barely 1 week that we've gotten information on the game, and we already see ray tracing like reflection. We see subtle but important changes in the lighting. And again, just all the things that I listed not too long ago. That on its own is enough to call it a new game. They haven't really revealed much, and it already feels like they're adding a bunch of things. Am I a fan of chain wrestling? It's cool. It's cool. Like, to me, it's not a make or break situation. Cheeseburger slapping. Even though it's outdated, I love seeing us Titatron. The yellow dots moving, and yeah, I like the new one better. I wish they would have changed the green one. Showcases today? What do you mean showcases today? I don't really know if there's a schedule that they're going by that we know of. I know someone on Discord in our community posted that Xavier Woods and Up Down Down is going to be posting several stuff throughout the week, but I'm not really sure what that might be. At least it's an upgrade from last one. I hated that one. Oh, the last Titatron? Please don't mention anything about cheeseburger at 3:30 in the morning. I know, right? What's wrong with this dude? Making my stomach turn. I noticed ECW Showcase didn't see Edge. What? So, yeah, they showed Edge yesterday. They showed his entrance yesterday. Woods doing today? Did they schedule it on the channel already? That would be nice. I mean, even though I don't really want Showcase to get spoiled, honestly, I don't really want to see much Showcase stuff. I'd rather them start revealing the ratings and revealing the roster. Like, I want them to focus on Universe, MyGM, and those other modes versus showing us Showcase. Edge looks really, really good. He just looks old and shit, but you know, it's the updated version of Edge. I don't think there's anything wrong with Edge either. The ECW match and Showcase where Edge comes out in biker uniform. But what, are you talking about the RVD match? I pre-ordered the Icon Edition. Nice, that's what's up. So while I do agree that this game should be updated on a yearly basis throughout the year and expanded upon, I agree with that notion. But at the end of the day, when you look at the amount of dollars that you spend per skin in Fortnite or on each operator in Call of Duty, I highly doubt people would want to go ahead and spend that kind of money in the span of a year and a half on WWE. You're going to be spending a lot more. It's a psychological game, but it's really, when you look at it, the only difference is that you have the option to pick what you want to add to your inventory. But when you look at the core of what you get, let's say you get animations, you get like voiceovers, and you get new attires for a specific character. That's going to cost money. And it's going to be in the ballpark of what we see in Call of Duty and Fortnite. So, yes, there's a $120 edition, but you don't have to buy it all day one. It's not like the DLC all comes out in the same time. You could buy WWE Day 1 for like $70 for next gen, right? For the PS5, Xbox Series X. And enjoy that. And then when the DLC comes out and they put it on sale or whatever, you could buy the DLC, the season pass for like another $20, and you save there like you save like $10 or something, because they've had the season pass for like $20 or something. I don't know. On sale, I mean. Now, if you want to get everything as soon as it drops and have it right then and there and all that, then yeah, you got to spend $100 total. But and then buy the John Cena Ruthless Aggression pack or whatnot. You buy that later on for like $15 when it goes on sale. I don't know. It all depends on when you want it. You don't have to get everything all at once, but people feel like they're putting a gun to your head and making you choose right away. Now, it would make sense for you to get it all at once because you do save a little bit of cash and you get it all day one. You know, buying the season pass included with the deluxe edition is better than buying the season pass separately. So do the math, guys, because I've seen my nephew's account. He's been playing Fortnite for I don't know how many years. I wish I could ask him, but he would tell me for Christmas, for birthdays, and whenever he got PlayStation gift cards and stuff like that, he was constantly buying a bunch of skins on Fortnite. And yeah, he didn't buy Fortnite for $60, $70, and he's been playing free the base game. But he told me he spent at least a couple $1,000s on skins. If you see my account, you'd have a heart attack. So, like, what I'm trying to say is that what we think could be a solution for the game might be a problem to our pockets in retrospect. Spend a couple grand. I'm going to tell you, let's say you spend a couple grand. How much, Woke, tell me, be honest. Would you say you spent at least like $2,000? Is that an accurate number? Can we say that you spent $2,000 at least minimum? Or you think $1,500? Like, give me like a basic number that you like, ballpark. It doesn't have to be exact. Just ballpark. Near there. So should I? You think you're closer to 1,500, or you think you're closer to 2,000? What do you think? In the last 4 years of it. All right. So in 4 years, closer to 1,500. All right. So in 4 years, you paid $375 each year for Fortnite. At 1,500 in 4 years. And that's, I get it. It's not the case with everyone. But I'm going to tell you right now how many times you bought WWE the Icon Edition. You bought the Icon Edition 12 times and a half. Do the math, you know. You do 1,500 divided by $120. That's 12 games and a half. What up, Sammy? How's it going? So based on the Fortnite formula and the superstars, or should I say characters that get added, you're looking at spending a ridiculous amount. I spent like 2-3 G's on Fortnite, but I was a kid at the time. If I could refund everything, I would. But you got your money's worth because you played the shit out of it and you enjoyed it. What do you think about ordering the game now, or just wait to see what they add more? I think you could wait. There's no rush to order the game right now. It's not like you're getting it tomorrow. You could order it a day before. Wait a little bit longer. Take time to make that decision. And Call of Duty's the same thing. Call of Duty, the last Warzone that came out, people, I know people have spent easily a couple hundreds or a couple thousands. Same thing, because each operator costs like over $20. And I'm not saying that'll be the case with WWE, but you know how much money people spend on FIFA Ultimate Team, Madden Ultimate Team, MLB, the show Diamond Dynasty, and NBA 2K My Team. Now, if you guys don't know what that game mode is, it's literally a card collecting mode, like how they're doing with WWE that they added My Faction. Yeah, those modes are free to play because it's part of the game, and you could build your squad from just grinding. But you know how much money people spend on those modes on a yearly basis? We're talking thousands of dollars on a mode where you get digital cards that you lose once you buy the new game. What up, Clout? So if you guys are wondering where the hell am I going with all of this, what I'm saying is that the problem is not that the game comes out at a yearly basis and we're spending $70 or $100 on the game. The problem ultimately is that people have false expectations and have this undeniable truth that they think that they are the end all be all. And if it's not to their standard, they feel like it's a waste of money. What up, Stunner? What's going on, my boy? So you don't have to buy the $100 edition at launch. We're not getting those characters till a later date. You could literally buy the game for $70 and save $30 at launch and then spend the money later. And at the end of the day, if they give us WWE 2K23 for free and we have to buy the characters and buy the... Yeah, you're no money spent. And I play all those modes and all those games and I'm no money spent as well. But I bet my ass that the people that spend money have a way better team than you. So when you put in perspective the business model that Fortnite, what am I on? I'm not on anything, but I mean, if you're trying to get on, you want to do, you're on the Xbox. If you're on the Xbox, we could do the Xbox. You want to do Discord, we could do Discord, up to you. I mean, when you just look at the business model for those companies, that's when you realize, hey, do I really want that for WWE? Because there's a lot of money that they can make off of that. There's a lot of money that they can make on that. With Legends returning, Superstar. Because think about it. The Superstar attires and the updates, they're going to call that a skin. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a skin that they add. So do you want them to charge you? Because they're going to tell you that, oh yeah, but we scanned this and we had to scan, we had to scan this clothing. We had to scan these mannerisms and we had to scan these emotes. Because when you buy a skin on Fortnite, you have to put in by force like $20. And what do they give you for those $20 in retrospect? They give you a character, right? Just let's say I'm going to talk about Star Wars. They give you Kylo Ren from Star Wars. Okay, so I got Kylo Ren. And now if I want him to have the little axe to break down whatever, I need to spend extra on that because it doesn't come in that bundle. If I want to get that bundle, I got to spend a little more money than just the $20. So you're looking at around $20-something per character, just about. Now, sometimes they have sales and such, but you don't want to wait for that sale. You want to get that character day one. No problem, Marcos. What's up? Day one-ish?
Day one-ish.
So ultimately, when you look at what we get with WWE here, don't tell me it's the same game. Look at the stuff that they've added. And again, we can't say that it's the same game. We haven't gotten the full roundup of what the game has to offer.
It's only the same game because it's running on the same engine that was built from the ground up.
But was that engine ever a problem?
No. So anybody that's complaining about it being the same game, what are you mad at? Because that game was great.
And
despite the server issues.
Not only that,
this was the first game in a long time that everybody had fun playing. There was no crashes really.
For the most part. Well, on next gen, because on last gen, a lot of people had issues with all that stuff that you're mentioning. So I don't want to disregard anybody. But look, Stunner, I'm going to send you this profile that I found on Twitter. And I'm going to give them a shout out so people can follow them if they want to. They've been posting side-by-side screenshots on the difference of... Oh, you've seen it, right?
Legends Gaming or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
I was at work watching it.
Bro, so it's like... When you look at those screenshots... Sorry. I didn't mean to sneeze. Thank you. What up, Trout?
What up, Trout?
What's up, foos?
So when you look at those screenshots, bro, and you notice the detail in the lighting and the reflection and the atmosphere, just the overall environment and how the game ultimately feels and looks. Yeah, it's called Leon, which is Legend. Yeah, there you go, Legend. So let me send it to you real quick. I'll send it to Trout in case you want to follow that person because they've done a phenomenal job. And like every time they show that is like I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that person does look different. And I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the link in the stream for you guys to follow that person because they've done like I said an outstanding job, really showcasing.
You can see Charlotte's skin color and texture right here, like the first picture.
And yeah, it's the same model, but it doesn't matter if it's the same model or if the person looks different. Woke says, "What's up, Stunner?"
Who?
Woke.
What up, Woke?
So it's just when you look at the, and I would want to show it on screen, guys, but I don't want to get copywritten. But like I said, if you just go to that person's Twitter, they have tons and tons of pictures here that they sorry, hold on. Hold on, my fault. I'm just looking through the screenshots here to compare. So when you look at the lighting and just the background and everything else that adds life to the game, when they've made those changes to make it more realistic and give you a better experience, that's when I'm like, oh shit, all right. This is definitely a different game. It's a different game with a lot of people that didn't really get touched up. I get it. But when you look at all the other details, it's like, come on, how can you be fooled? And then Smack Talks was the one that Smack Talks is the one that uploaded the one with all the entrances all in one video. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, it was like 20 something minutes.
Yeah, about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's about, well, it's 18 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm going to list the superstars. All right. Although I cannot show the footage on stream because Take-Two doesn't want your boy Lexxeru to talk about WWE 2K23. They don't want me to. They don't care if I talk about it. They just don't want me to show it. So I can't show it. But I'm gonna link you guys to Smack Talks because he uploaded a 17-minute video showcasing many entrances here. And we're gonna discuss just about all the ones that are listed in his video, which he has it broken down by chapters. And before we get into that specific video, I want you guys to look up on YouTube in general. Rhea Ripley, Stunner. We were talking about Rhea Ripley in the chat.
Bro.
Man, night and day. What they did with her, from the hair physics to the expressions and the attire that she was rocking for Judgment Day. Outstanding work.
Yep.
Did you see a Rhea Ripley, Trout?
I think I saw one picture, but
you got to the entrance, Trout.
Yeah, you got to see it, man. It's worth noting. It's worth talking about. It was spectacular, and
he even got the little Judgment Day.
Yes,
the little nameplate.
Mm-hmm. The nameplate, and she comes out with the Judgment Day as well in another screenshot that we saw with Finn Balor and Damian Priest in the background. So that was a major boost. That was a major boost for Rhea Ripley. And then another big piece of information was the double championship entrance for Roman Reigns. Now, it felt a little generic and it felt a little off because it's not synchronized with the soundtrack. It's not really synchronized with any pyros. They should have added pyros to it. I really think that they gave us a very standard bare bones Roman, but hopefully down the road between now and launch, we get to see him come out with Paul Heyman, and perhaps the Paul Heyman entrance is the one that Paul Heyman hands him the belt and he's wearing the other one. We really don't know yet.
I mean, we know they announced the Undisputed, like they said that, so we know.
Yeah. So it's cool that they announced the Undisputed, so that's cool. So we saw him. We talked about Bobby Lashley already. Bobby Lashley, same model, same animation, but the lighting and the pyro here. We're talking about the entrances that were showed yesterday. Bobby's like his like skin tone and all that. Like you could tell that it changed up with this new game and the lighting obviously, and he did get the nameplate too, so that was cool to see.
Went crazy with the baby oil. And
then yeah, he did. And then we had Drew McIntyre, which definitely has a carbon copy version of the one with the sword. But the thing about that is that was amazing. It was well worth bringing back, and I'm glad they did, because ultimately he still does it in real life. He still has done it at like pay-per-views and in the big matches. So I don't have an issue with him still having that. The fire, the pyro, again, all those things add layers of detail that just weren't there in the previous year. And then a standout character that we saw in that same video, Stunna, that we're talking about, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker. Oh, man. When you hear the siren and he's coming out screaming, I was just so hyped to see how he looked. And they got his attire down packed. They got the championship entrance, the motion, the scream. What more could you ask for from someone who's in NXT who he hasn't even been called up to the main roster, and they put in that much effort into Braun Breaker? That was outstanding. Yep. They treated him with a lot of respect, which I just wish they would have brought that same kind of respect to some of the other superstars I love, but it is what it is. And then we had Seth Rollins with it's not the same black leather, it's not the same black jacket that we saw in 2K22. So that was cool. It's actually one of the attires that he wore. People were saying that they scanned him at a house show, and that's why he's rocking that one, which is something that he wore in 2022. I don't remember what month now, obviously. I know I'm sure you guys keep track of all that. But it is one of his more... November he wore it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it is one of the more modern attires that he's wore in recent memory. I like it. It's not the most recognizable one, but it is one of the ones that I like the most. You know, the different colors in the trunks and all that. Or the tights, should I say. I thought that was really good. So they had him doing the serenading the crowd stuff. They had the new motions. I thought that, you know, wow, we finally get the proper Seth Rollins entrance and giving it that next-gen feel with the reflections and all that. It really made it feel genuinely authentic. So I like seeing that as well. And then Cody Rhodes, we've talked about him already plenty. Cody Rhodes is the easy standout from the bunch, not only because he's a new character, but they worked like so hard on making him look the way he did. Like you could tell, man, he looks ridiculous. He looks ridiculous. So Cody Rhodes, 10 out of 10 intro there. But one of the more surprising ones in that video and that bunch was actually Kurt Angle. Believe it or not, Kurt Angle didn't get the old Kurt Angle scan, and they just put his old face on the new one. They worked on his face. He did have the amateur wrestling ear cups. He has the actual medal from that, iteration where he faced John Cena. It was really cool to see them work on Kurt Angle and put in that much effort into him as well, who's returning to the series. And I was really desperate to play with him in 2K22, so I'm happy that not only is he in the game, but they gave him that star treatment, and he just looks outstanding. Another model worth noting. And then we're getting into, how about the Edge model? That one with the short hair, bro. I feel kind of bad because Edge is looking real old, but that's just how he looks like. That's what he looks. Yeah, in real life, his face looks like kind of like when you throw away the newspaper and it looks all wrinkled and shit. Like when he does all those facial expressions, like they were able to capture those mannerisms. And
old as hell, dog.
Yeah, he's looking old, man. But hey,
I have to change that song to "On This Day I See Blurry."
On this day I see blurry. But we get him hyping up the crowd again, and the smoke never looked better. So Really happy with the Edge update there. And then we could kind of skip over the Brock Lesnar because it was damn near identical, except for when he gets close to the ring that he doesn't have the smiling face anymore. He doesn't smile. He just walks around the ring looking pretty serious. And then they also showcase in that same video Kofi Kingston, which Kofi Kingston he looks great, man. You could tell that they didn't want to mess them up because Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, they gave them the main event treatment. You know, from the attire to the Titatron to the motions, everything looks just spectacular. And then, is it me or RVD? Doesn't he look a little better than he did in 2K22?
He looks way better. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because some people were saying that they weren't too happy with the model that they have in the game, but
He looks way better.
I thought that he looked better.
I've noticed every year, whoever is put into the showcase always gets like special attention.
Yeah, they give them an extra boost. You're right.
Like on their character, like how they look.
Definitely worth noting, and they also get multiple attires, which is always cool to see. Roman Reigns, we talked, and then John Cena. You know, John Cena, he has the outdated Titatron, unfortunately, but he does have the new gear, and you know, John Cena's John Cena. They're not gonna mess that up. It's very hard to mess up that guy. If you mess up that guy who's in the showcase and they have a bunch of versions of him, I mean, the game's doomed.
And John Cena looks like a typical white guy too, so he's not that hard to like make.
They got him the typical freaking structure, right? The mold.
Yeah.
So every superstar that we just covered, except for Rhea Ripley, that's in the Smack Talk 17-minute video. I am linking it. All right, guys. So I'm going to put it in the chat box again. It's going to be there for you guys to ultimately, for you guys to ultimately check that out on your own and go through with it and come back to the stream or to the actual video where we're discussing this. I think that it's worth noting some of these entrances, despite having those animations, again, they gave it that new environment to make it pop even more than before. So it's a more realistic experience, whether the person got touched up or not. The tones are there. Other superstars worth noting, which I'll talk about in another video, along with Rhea Ripley, was like they also showcased Charlotte, and other females like Becky Lynch, which I saw you mention here, Woke. They got the Becky Lynch heel version of her. Bailey I saw as well. So those are other superstars we're going to cover. Great. Yeah, she does.
And she got the damage control attire. So that's
yes, cool. Yeah. So they updated her too. So look out for that video, which we're going to clip here on the stream live.
Is your ass proportion?
They did a good job. We'll keep it at that. They did a good job with Bailey. They got everything right for her 2K23 model for sure. So let me know how you guys feel about these entrances in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next one. So for the stream, we're not ending it yet, guys. We're still going. That's just for the video that I'm uploading later today because I know some people weren't able to. Almost an hour ago already. Let me see here. So we talked about Romans double. Oh yeah, so that was already covered. I did those for the TikToks. All right. Yeah, because I needed to do these videos yesterday, man. But yesterday was just so much information. That's why I did the afternoon stream, and I said, man, I'm happy talking about it. All right, see you on the next one. No.
You're kind of lazy.
Unless you hear the how's it supposed to feel, you. Yeah, no, I did, bro. I did the 3 shorts. The 3 TikToks. I did the freaking the morning stream was super long, and then another 2-hour stream. I was super, super drained and exhausted. Like I felt like shit. And then they kept on dropping all this shit. I felt like I was getting punched into a corner. I said, you know what, man? I'm uploading that shit tomorrow. Forget it. I can't, bro, because you end up getting burnt out on that shit. I started to almost feel sick yesterday. That shit was disturbing. What up, Attires?
Hey, Marauders not... I thought Marauders were coming in the Game Pass.
Which one?
Marauders.
The hell is that?
The little Tarkov game in space and shit.
Oh, like yeah, the preview version of it.
Well, I see it on Steam already.
I thought we read that it was coming to Game Pass. Yeah, I don't know. What up, Keem? You discovered me today. Nice, man. Welcome back. Bray Wyatt will probably be DLC. They didn't showcase Bray, no. As long as they made My Rice My Rise is gonna be repetitive. Remember, guys, saying, "Oh,
I love my Rise.
I don't want this to be repetitive." That's not the way to go about it, because when we were kids or when we were younger, all those modes were super repetitive, and we played that shit with no
Brain dead.
yeah, brain dead, exactly, with no thought. Seth F and Rollins, yeah, they did a good job with his shit. I hope 2K adds AJ Styles stage pyro when he takes off the hood. I hope so too. I mean, I from what I've seen, I think they will. So
They probably will.
Yeah. With his
So-
little Karen haircut.
yeah, I think they will. I think they will. So we got the Smack Talks video out the way.
his
only one-
his soccer mom haircut.
Yeah, Erica hates that shit.
Yeah, I
The
know.
only
Right.
one that we may not get a Judgment Day Dominic.
Well, we'll get him with the attire
I
at
think
the
we'll
very
get him.
least. Yeah, I think we'll get him with the attire. I just don't know if we'll get him in the stable, like the entrance animation. But
Just look like he got it, like he got his haircut from Scrappy Coco.
yeah, what up, Taker? Yeah, I think Dominic will probably have like the tag team animation, maybe, or like Damian Priest or something, some generic shit. But they'll have his attire at the very least. They had enough time to get it. So let me try to pull up like a list of the females that we did see yesterday.
Yo. Hey, so I started watching season 3 of Young Rock.
For real, you like it?
Yeah, same shit as the first two. But dog, oh my, like there's an episode where he was talking about his like his moment when the number 2 spot became available for the
Mhm.
company.
Yeah.
And dog, I really want to know what happened between him and Shawn Michaels, dog.
Because he briefly talks about
Cause
it.
it is no dog. He replaced with a whole nother character.
Really?
So he was telling the story, and he's like, also there was at that time the two people that were the hottest was Stone Cold, and they showed the Stone Cold character. And he goes and Chad Frost.
So that's supposed to be Shawn Michaels.
It was supposed to be shot, bro. He did everybody, and he made up a whole entire character. Named Chad Frost. It was a black guy.
Yeah, you know what's funny that
I'm thinking in my head, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, there's nobody named Chad Frost.
yeah, he did that definitely out of left field on purpose to, people that know about it would laugh about it.
No, but he even mentioned it. So apparently, like, so when they got the push or some shit like that, when he got his first like pop, he was doing a promo against Triple H, and he went over on the time on the promo to do like a Triple H imitation.
Yeah.
And he talked about how like in the back, like he didn't like that Triple H. He was like, yo,
Yeah.
like if you're gonna go over, like let me, like we had a plan, and he fucking like he went into business for himself.
Yeah.
And then basically like next week Vince was telling him, oh, you're gonna get the main event Raw next week, but make sure not to go over because you're already getting you're starting to get a big head or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he was like what? And the only person that ever told him that was Triple H. So then he got into a fight with Triple H because they didn't like each other back then.
Yeah.
But it turns out that he accused Triple H of snitching to Vince, but it was never Triple H. He goes, oh, it turns out it was Chad Frost.
Yeah.
That's because his writer, the writer that he became boys with.
Yeah.
Supposedly he was in the room when the whole meeting went down. He's the one that told The Rock everything he was saying to Vince.
Wow, that's freaking crazy.
And basically, the guy was asking him in the interview, like, so whatever happened to Chad Frost? And then he basically cut it off by saying he's not important. We never ended up becoming close, anyways.
That's funny. Yeah, he did that shit on purpose.
And just left it at that. But basically, the whole point he put the story is basically like he had to regain Triple H's trust after just accusing him. That's what the episode was about, basically.
Yeah, that's freaking funny.
And eventually how like their rivalry turned into like a friendship and shit.
Yeah. I mean, we've read that before.
Because I think back then Shawn Michaels was trying to get Vince to push Triple H over.
Yeah. And that's what Yami's saying, that we've read that before. That Bret Hart has stated that Shawn Michaels tried bullying The Rock in his early days.
But the thing is that like, no, we get it and we've heard the story, but I don't think it was that bad enough, bro, for this dude to be holding a grudge into his 50s like that.
Now, what do you mean, bro? At the end of the day, if he feels like he wronged him, just like Bret Hart, how many times has Goldberg apologized to Bret Hart?
But you mean to
Oh
tell
my
me that
gosh.
was the worst thing out of his entire life? That's the worst thing anybody's ever did to him?
Nah, definitely
Hell
not,
no.
bro. But that's the same thing. Like again, it's
No,
the
like
same.
I get it, but I'm like
It's,
at some point is that like, cause bro, so many people love Shawn Michaels now, and that he's like such a born again Christian, and people talk about him nonstop. Because I saw the little Ruthless Aggression documentary about him, and
mhm.
even Mark Henry, who despised him, was talking good about him, of how much he's changed. And I'm like, I just find it ridiculous how America's golden boy, The Rock, can't even find it in his heart a little bit to open up a communication with that guy, especially like for something like that that wasn't even like that's just definitely not unforgivable.
It's because
Well,
Shawn Michaels told him Terramana tastes like water.
but there's bro that they don't have an avenue where they need to communicate though. If they do it, is they both be going out of their way to do so.
Well,
Yeah,
considering his daughter's
no,
in NXT,
I definitely agree with that. That like they're like, they have their families, they have like, there's no, their worlds don't intercollide at all for them to
Ever.
even care about it.
Yeah.
But I just thought like it's just kind of like even a low blow of The Rock to even do something like that. It's not even that serious.
Yeah, no. I mean, so definitely could have been water under the bridge, but again, the Bret Hart one is a little more serious because Bret Hart is about a match and Goldberg being dangerous. But I've
And
seen
The Rock thing, and it come on, and it wasn't even like anybody could understand. Of course, Shawn Michael, if he's injured, he wants the next top guy to be his fucking best friend.
yeah, but no, I don't think it's just that, bro. There's like Gammy put it, the Rock rumors of him getting bullied or trying to get bullied by Heartbreak Kid have been swirling around for a long time. There has to be more to it than just that.
I don't know, but like I said, it's like the thing is that nobody knows. All we hear is rumors. But no matter how many rumors we hear, it just doesn't seem as like enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care about that shit. If they needed to work together to do something like that, like I'm more worried about the grudge that The Rock has with Vin Diesel versus the grudge he has with Shawn Michaels. Because the grudge with Vin Diesel, it's literally putting in jeopardy him
But it
returning to
is
close
kind
it.
of, and you would think his daughter's in NXT right now, so he would try to patch up a
exactly.
little bit with Shawn
That's
Michaels.
exactly what I was saying. Right.
Yeah, no, he does not care.
No, he doesn't care. He just doesn't care at all. But
Yeah.
I just find it like everybody deserves a second chance, bro. Especially if you have so many people saying how this dude's just night and day,
Nah,
completely
and everybody was young.
like a better person.
And it's not even HBK that gets that treatment now, too, amongst wrestlers. Triple H is another one that people despise and talk shit about in the locker room and had a problem with. And then everybody's now is like super fascinated with how he's like the guy to go to and that he's helping the next generation. And Triple H has said it himself. You know, Triple H and Shawn Michaels have a similar turnaround story that they both kind of like realize that what they did a lot of messed up shit to get to where they got to, and they acknowledge it and they own up to it. And they try to be better for it, and they try to make sure that like the next generation of superstars don't make the same mistakes they did.
I just think
Let's
it's
be
super.
honest.
It's very
Triple
petty,
H is
dog.
Triple H
You
is a
admit it's petty,
14-time
right?
champion.
Not The Rock.
No, it is petty.
I would
Like
do this.
not saying that he's wrong for doing what he's doing, but it's just a little petty because like it's not that like, bro. People forgive people for less all the time.
Yeah, I know, but nah, Brian. And Brian, you're full of shit because you're a diehard Heat fan and you talk shit about other fan bases and other teams all the time, and you say it yourself that you're a petty fan, and this is something more serious than being a petty fan. You're the out of all the friends that I have.
Pushing somebody else though.
How out of all the friends that I know, you say it yourself and you wear that shit as a badge of honor that you're the pettiest fan on the planet and that you hold those grudges. You cannot tell me that you would see water under the bridge of Shawn Michaels, especially if you don't need to see water under the bridge of Shawn Michaels. Like if it came down to him having to hang out with him because he's there to support his daughter and like he should come to terms with that shit. I think that yes, he has to ultimately stop being an idiot, but the fact that these guys are like complete worlds apart, that shit to me, like especially as a fan, I don't even care about that shit. As something more recent, and I'll mention it again, there's more implications with him and Vin Diesel having their petty rivalry. than him and Shawn Michaels. Him and Shawn Michaels will never have to work together. Will never have anything to do with each other. They don't even have to cross paths. I'm sure they shake hands backstage. That shit is not even like a given. Like if they walk by each other, I'm 100% sure that they're grown enough to like shake hands and keep it moving.
Chad Frost.
But-
You know, it's funny in the show when they introduce his character, so it wasn't even that I think he was bullying him, dog. I think it was like a fake friendship because in the show, in the episode, The Rock showed that he was like his #1 supporter, like he was friends and shit like that. So he was surprised that he was talking behind his back in the episode.
Yeah. What up, Marco? How's it going, bro? That's
Super
probably-
duper scooper.
That's probably why his daughter's in the worst group of NXT. Nah, but his daughter signed a deal with NXT.
That group is good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, is that the group
The
of
Schism.
Gracie or Gacy or
The Schism.
Yeah, that group is great.
nah? What's the guy's name again? Joey Gacy or Gracie?
Joe Gacy.
Gacy, yeah, Joe Gacy.
Royce
I
Gracie?
can't wait. I can't wait to see him.
Yeah, that dude is another. That's a guy that gets compared to like Bray Wyatt and shit, bro. That's not the worst group. They're one of the main stables in NXT.
First group is Chase University.
Oh yeah, the university guy.
That shit's stupid.
Yeah, no, they're meant
I like
to
that
just
guy.
be funny.
I
They're
know,
just-
but I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're just there to be a joke, you know. Probably won't do
It's
much.
a teachable
Then
moment,
he's doing the chat Gable.
Catching flies.
pretty much.
Yeah, to me, Joe Gacy is just
You
another.
not the best group. You're crazy.
Nah, man. Imagine everyone has their own feel. You
Well, I
feel
know.
me?
Anybody's better than Trick Williams, so it's okay.
Trick Williams is. You don't like Trick Williams?
Hell no. That dude is annoying.
Well, I like Carmelo Hayes a lot, bro.
Trick Williams.
I like Carmelo Hayes, but I don't like Trick Williams is annoying.
That's
Sounds
his.
like R&B singer.
That's
Yeah,
all
that-
it is.
that's his-
all it's gonna be.
That's his
It's
henchman.
flaky.
Yeah. Carmelo Hayes has a
Tony
henchman.
D'Angelo too.
Honestly, I'm a little scared because Carmelo Hayes and Montez Ford, they're like, I know that they both have different styles on the
They
mic and
they
shit,
intertwine.
but they intertwine exactly. They're as different as they are. They share similarities, and it's not just skin color. That's not what I'm saying. I know, yeah, because because I don't want anybody to say
crazy.
something stupid like that. They're really over the top, and like they kind of have like that little rock flair in them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't want them to like not push Montez.
Thanks you will
Because
be the
of-
new champs. Mm,
I don't want them to not push one another because they're similar.
they'll put on a banging ass match though. I'll tell you that.
No, they would. In terms of in-ring skills, I've seen more Montez things. No, they don't share anything. Melo can go in the ring and Tez is a spot guy. Oh my god.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. Montez has the tools to be a main eventer.
Bro, that's like wanting to look the other way and says they don't have anything. Bro, and I didn't even mention the in-ring stuff. I literally mentioned in terms of characterization, the Street Profits and this dude, like the Street Profits are definitely a little more playful. They're actually more like the New Day in terms of like joking around and using
But
that
when
sarcasm.
when it's time to handle business, they handle business.
So they're different in that regard. I feel like, you know, Street Profits more playful, and then Carmelo Hayes is more on a serious note. But I'm talking about the tangibles that The Rock has and like that flair on the mic. They have that same type of charisma. That's literally what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about that one is a spot high flyer does this or one goes in the. I think Montez goes in the ring and you're not giving him enough credit. And on the contrary, I think you're disrespecting Montez just because he uses those spots to get the tag team over. It's not like we haven't seen him do good.
We can see that Shelton Benjamin is getting to the
Oh,
Hall of Fame. I haven't seen no Hall of Fame inductees yet.
Look at what this dude just said. It's about time for Dawkins to drop Marty and go solo. If Dawkins goes solo, he's getting fired within a year. I don't know what product you're watching, but anyone with two eyes would say that. As much as I like Dawkins too. I like Dawkins, but if they split, I'm afraid
Montez is
that
going. Mhm.
I think John Morrison will end up having a better career. Ends up having the better career between the two, because when the Miz and John Morrison split, and when the John Morrison split from his other group too, I mean, he didn't really do much, but he'll probably be looked back as more accomplished than Dawkins. That says a lot. Did you see that Shelton is getting inducted to the Hall of Fame? What Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that.
What, the
I
Hurt
haven't
Business?
seen it.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, Braun is definitely not losing. We have confirmation about Doudrop, Xia Li, and Gunther in 2K23. In what form, Attires?
Dewdrops. Is your name right, bro? It's Piper.
Pipe Niven or some shit like that.
Going back to her NXT UK now.
Yeah, I don't even know why they kept the Doudrop name so long. Vince is a freaking asswipe.
Vince was making fun of her too. It was Vince's idea the whole time.
I don't doubt it. They made it seem like it was Eva Marie to make her seem evil and shit, but I'm sure it was him.
It was Vinnie Mac.
Yeah, send it, Attires. Like that's such a sick like joke, bro. How do you like call somebody that and have them keep that shit for as long as they did? Like that shit is disturbing. Lex won't invite me to the party because I share similarities with Montez Ford. Nah, bro, you're on at random times. What do you want me to do? Have my eyes peeled for when you get on? Put notifications on and everything? If you want to join in, you come in here and say that you want to join in. Thought they was going to have the screen effects this year for the entrances. Me too. That's one thing that nobody has really mentioned, but that kind of irked me that they didn't have like the... And it's funny because they do have some of the screen effects with the nameplate, but they don't have it for the overall like background CGI or whatever. What up, Bake? How's it going?
Let me invite them all.
Freaking bozo. Copy like Montez Ford. Axiom. Oh yeah, Axiom I know is confirmed because Lino Jinx mentioned it. Lino Jinx did mention it.
What's up with these names?
Yeah, I hate that fucking name.
Oxium and Lonix
Shit
Jenkins?
sound.
What?
No, Lino Jenkins, the director of the game. Fool. you're like, wait, who's this?
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is that?
Lino
Axiom,
Jenkins. This a creator wrestler?
Yeah, I was like, yo, you
what
like
he look
Tyrone
like.
Biggums?
Axiom.
Oh shit. That was funny. That was funny, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Hold on.
All
Actually,
Corey
you
were
know.
still clowning during the Rumble saying do and yeah.
Stunner, you're reading the chat, right?
Yes, I am.
Read the chat for me. Hold on. Let me change my mic. Hold on. Give me a second.
Let's see. Axiom debuted in July, and I'll be very surprised if he makes it. What do you mean? A-Kid was in DLC, so they have time to put him in the game. Exactly, Andre. Tell him. Let's see. And it is Doudrop, sadly, unless they change it last minute. No, it'll be Doudrop still. Exactly. So all they got to do is change his name to Axiom. Axiom, or whatever, however the fuck you say it. So he'll be in the game. He's not going to be DLC. You guys going to talk about Xavier Woods. What about him? DJ, what up, bruh? Hey, man, chilling. What's up with you? Yeah, man. Helping out the boy Lex, you know. Better pay me for this shit.
This is the Stephen A.
Woods.
Smith of the wrestling world.
Hell yeah. Woods' motto is way better, and he doesn't have the Rick James look anymore. Yeah, Xavier did look good as well.
I'm going with Woods.
Watching Lex being a sellout. Well, you know what he does. Working and chilling. That's what it's all about, man. Same here. Same here.
Wow.
In a weird NBA season, bro. Like I've been keeping up with it. But it's just like I see Giannis drop what he had 54 tonight. I
Giannis?
was like, shit, yeah.
Oh,
He
he
dropped
lost
54 on the clip.
lost to the Knicks. That shit
Bro,
pissed
but
me
did you see the way they lost though?
off. Nah.
Like Tyler Hero's shot went in and out. And it was just like, ooh.
I think they're right behind the student players. That was a tough loss.
Yeah. Dylan Brooks went wild. Yeah, that man is crazy. Congrats to Shelton Benjamin on Twitter. Or somebody else. He's changing his
What
mic.
the
Justin.
fuck?
He's still here. He's just changing his mic. Hey, chat, I got a question for y'all, though. What are some people that we have not seen that y'all looking forward to seeing in this game?
Okay. I think we've seen everybody, right?
I mean, I'm sure there's still more people that we got to see, but
I want to see the American Dream. Dusty Rhodes.
Eugene. Dusty, I don't know Dusty Rhodes. He should be in the game.
Should be.
The future
Who
of the
wants to play
business,
as Eugene
Grayson Waller.
online?
I like Grayson Waller.
Oh, Amanda Waller?
Yeah. I give Grayson Waller about 6 more months before he's ready for the main roster. I'm actually looking forward to NXT tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
Where's
I
Trout?
want to see
Trout
Melo
sold
too.
out.
Here, food.
Trout's on Pluto. He watching Pluto.
Yeah, what
watching
are you watching
Black-
on
they were
Pluto?
watching
Oh,
Black
yeah, that's
Throwbacks.
right. Trout likes watching cops.
Two for Melo. Okay. I want to see the A-Champ.
From Step Brothers, why you all sweaty? I was just watching cops. that's Trout, right?
He told Cody on the bump that the next time he
Yo, we're gonna play as the Maximum Male Models Trout online.
Yeah.
Guys with Miz.
I'm here,
Yeah.
Justin. I'm here. My fault. I was talking to Eric.
That's a good comparison. Miz, Grayson Waller. That's
Bro,
pretty,
Grayson Waller, that's one guy that every time I see a promo of his or like a highlight or whatever, he's somebody that's climbing my list in NXT that I'm keeping my eyes on.
Yeah, he got it, bro. I was just telling the chat right now. I'll give him about 6 more months before he's main roster ready.
Yeah,
My SummerSlam, I'll say.
It's funny because I feel like the guy definitely has a good future ahead of him. Like, you know how sometimes they try to force these guys, like if they're gonna be stars and they don't really do much.
Nah, he got it, bro.
I think he's gonna be one of the mainstays for a while. I mean, his feud with Braun Breaker has been exceptional, honestly. That's probably one of the biggest highlights, I would say, for Braun Breaker.
And they got the steel cage match tomorrow.
Shit, dog.
Yeah, I'm actually intrigued by that match. I actually want to see
taking NXT on the road. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, they started doing the road trips again. I think that's like towards the end of last year.
You got to get more eyes on that product. You got to get them out of Orlando.
I hope that
that's home, but they got to go on the road, bro.
I hope that show, that show tomorrow, they're doing it where the Hornets play. That's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Came in to tell me that I'm a sellout. Nah, CJ, you could hit me up, man. We could play. You never hit me up, dog. You should get WWE 2K23, bro. I don't know what you've been waiting for. You're doing like what Sins does. I don't know what else 2K has to do for them to push you out of the NBA series. Just jump from one 2K game to another.
Oh, Sins?
No, CJ.
Oh, it's easy.
Sins,
all I got to do is Trey Young, and he's gone.
And Sins, don't even talk about Sins. That dude was like a fish out of water.
Oh my god.
You're gonna get it,
Gonna get
bro.
it.
I'm gonna hold you to
Sure.
it, man. You better get it. The guy is Miz with
Sure.
wrestling talent. Yeah, I mean, man, you have some hot takes that really. I feel like me and you would be fighting every day. Dude said he is the Miz with wrestling talent. Like if the Miz hasn't been in the industry for 17 years and hasn't done his fair share of banger matches and feuds and storylines and shit. You been had 2K22? No way. You had WWE 2K22? You're lying. You're gonna make me go on my friends list and check to confirm. I'm doing it right now on my phone, bro. Let me look you up. I'm not saying that he's not better than the Miz or anything like that, but to really put the Miz down like that, that's crazy.
Now, if you're saying that they're in the same field, then yeah.
Good morning, Dewdrop.
Anything else? Then no.
Oh, he has his games private. I can't even see it.
Wow, who does it?
Wow, what a bozo, dog. This dude has his games hidden, so I don't be. Wow. Hold on. I actually have a new a scene for it. We have a new server room. Look, we got a live look at CJ playing WWE 2K22 in the server room, bud. Buying 101 Dalmatians, bud.
Hell yeah.
On DVD, bud. The whole collection, bud. In Target, bud. Here we go. All right. Hey, all right. So this is basically what went down, chat. If you guys don't know what's going on, I'm like, hey, CJ, get 2K23. Look at CJ. Oh, we have a live look at CJ.
Hey, man, what do you mean? I played WWE 2K22. I've been playing WWE 2K22, bud. I'm here with Marco at Target, bud.
Hey, don't bring me into this. I'm at Target buying Blu-rays, bud.
Hey, Marco, come on. What's going on, bud? I thought we were going to tag team Target and get some exclusive DVD sales, bud.
Wait, hold on. You gotta stop that because he just said no one is going to say the Miz is a good wrestler or worker.
He's not a
I
good
beg to
wrestler.
differ.
He's a good worker.
Yeah, but come on. Are we talking about amateur wrestling or are we talking about pro wrestling?
Talking about pro wrestling.
Stone Cold wasn't a good wrestler, so saying that the Miz is not a good wrestler is not like it's a knock on those guys. It's not who they are in their DNA, but it doesn't mean that the guy doesn't have a little technical
He's a
move
good
or two.
worker, that's for sure.
He's
Yeah.
not Daniel Bryan though.
Nah, he's not. He's just a workhorse, bro. The Miz is the perfect example that if you're really passionate and you really love something and you don't want to take no for an answer,
You can be decent.
you could be decent. That's the Miz.
I ain't gonna lie. When he cashed in the Money in the Bank, I was happy as fuck.
He's decent on exactly me too. He's decent on his base skills, and he has excelled in charisma. He has excelled in selling. He has excelled in storytelling. He has excelled in everything that it takes to make a superstar, bro. He's just look at Stone Cold. I mean, if you look at Stone Cold's arsenal, man, he adds swagger to the most basic moves, but it doesn't change the fact that it doesn't stop being basic. It's just his facial expressions, his mannerisms, the way he runs, the way he punches, just the way he does everything, the way that man operates.
Stone Cold.
He knows, bro, he knows how to make something so basic and ridiculously regular look like over the top and like badass. That's Stone Cold.
Yeah, and The Rock.
Oh yeah, no, The Rock. He has like this different. Because I don't want to say that The Rock can't wrestle because he has those moments where he does do like those little reversals, like those little wannabe reversals that turns into like DDTs and the little Samoan drops, and
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
does the duck under from the clothesline and jumps to the other side for the DDT.
Yeah. So like that's like peak Rock doing his, you know. But you're right. He's not gonna out wrestle anybody. That's for sure. Miz is a Hall of Famer for sure, but in-ring skills is soft and safe, which is fine. But no one is gonna say he's a good wrestler or worker. He's a great
Man,
sports entertainer,
he's
though.
repeating what Daniel Bryan said. You wrestle too safe.
Yeah, he did the Magic Johnson. He did the Magic Johnson tweet. What up, VJ? What up, Luigi?
Oh, you're playing Guardians the other day.
Yeah, I played Guardians a little bit. Because I had played it like a month or so before. Like I usually get on, try to do a mission and get off. When I do get on, I ended up doing like a mission and a half. Bro, it's okay. We'll leave it there. I'm not going to be here defending the Miz for the next hour because that's what it'll become. But
The Miz is a Miz. He knows who he is.
yeah, the Miz, exactly. The thing about the Miz is that he's very confident in who he is, and you could tell. $2K23 looks way better than 22 for a fact, bro. Bro, the gameplay looks the same. I just want to know what GM mode and universe mode is going to be like. That's the real question that nobody's asking. So look, I have it. Oh man, I had it copied and pasted here. I listed some of the things they've announced in the last. Okay, here I still have it right here actually. So I have listed here a couple things they announced just within the last couple days or whatever it is. So female ref, lighting overhaul, pyros and fireworks detailed. Ray tracing like reflection, war games, universe action selection.
They said like?
No, I'm saying that. We don't know if it's ray tracing or not. They haven't confirmed if they have ray tracing in the game, but I mean, from the videos, you could tell the stage and everything looks completely different. So they have universe action selection, which basically, you know, dictates the storyline between people feuding. My GM expanded titles and matches. With 4 GMs now to versus each other, more GMs to choose from, expanded roster, entrances, advanced creation is back, new fatigue system, new pin system, you know, and then we also have the 2 new MyRise storylines and whatever else they make changes to MyRise, but we still got to see multiplayer and we still got to see the add-ons to My Faction, which there's people that are going to be like, oh, but I don't care about My Faction. Okay, that's why I'm not really mentioning it, but My Faction does have multiplayer as well. So at the end of the day, yeah, but I'm not going to call it ray tracing until they announce it, bro. That shit needs to be confirmed from them. That shit needs to, whether it's undoubtedly visible that it looks like any other ray tracing in any other game or system, they need to announce it. I don't want to call it ray tracing, and then there's a difference between you saying that at home than me saying it, and then people coming back at me like if I work for 2K and I told them what's the fine print was wrong. That shit happened last year where I was talking about things that I hope they added to the game and that it could change from here to launch. And then the game comes out, people came in and said, hey, man, you lied. And I'm like, what? What did I lie about?
They're like, what?
Yeah, they're like, oh, you said so many things were going to be in the game and they weren't. I'm like, bro, like I just read what was there and I said that hopefully they have some surprises they added or whatever. So I don't want to just add that. No, it's not just for the stage or stuff. And they also have the LED panel all around the ring now. So they have the new arena. And I don't know, for me at least, the Titatron looks like it feels bigger in this game. I feel like they made it feel like larger than life.
Little better.
Yeah, so when I mention all the stuff that I just mentioned right now, and it's only been like 2 days or 3 days worth of information, and with like 2 1-minute gameplay trailers that they've dropped, I think we're off to a good start. People don't understand, like, if we would have gotten a gameplay video or a sample size of the game and it looked like literally carbon copy with like no changes, I would have been extremely worried. But that's not the case here. There's like, oh, but you added war games, which I really wanted, but that's not enough. War games, bro, it's a technical spectacle that they added there. Again, man, according to websites, until WWE puts it on the listing for the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store, which to my knowledge I haven't seen it. I'm not gonna say that the game has undoubtedly has ray tracing. That's why I called it ray tracing yesterday, and somebody was already calling me out on it and all that shit. I said, all right, bro, even if it's not ray tracing, it's ray tracing like features. So I'm just gonna call it that. Yeah, War Games isn't buggy, man. These people played full-blown matches on that shit, and that shit looked amazing. So, yeah, they brought back the core gameplay from 2K22. That's the win.
So the gameplay's the same?
They tweaked some stuff. So the people that played it, they said that the moves and the reversals feel a lot smoother, but at its core, it plays exactly like 2K22. So you could dumb it down and say, yeah, it's the same thing, but
That they're lazy?
nah, I don't think there's just not much else they could have really changed. Lex, you could light a table on fire. Yes, you can. I saw on War Games, you could. That shit was awesome. I immediately took a screenshot of that shit. I was like, oh shit, that's just dope.
That was dope.
It doesn't list ray tracing. Yeah, it doesn't. Look, I just pulled it up here. Every game that has ever dropped with ray tracing says it. It says here, optimized for Xbox Series X and S, 4K Ultra HD, and 60 frames per second plus. So they haven't listed it on their technical capabilities, man. But yeah, it looks like ray tracing. Did you see you can count? Oh yeah, I didn't even list that on the new things. Is that the thing? Is that list that I built right there is almost 200 characters, and I can't comment it, so I have it listed so I can mention it every so often. But yeah, the taunting with the weapons, that's a cool feature that they added. I want to see a moonsault off the War Games cage. Yet to see it, but yeah, you could climb up to the top of the cage. You could walk around and jump off of it. You bring weapons from the outside of the ring to the inside before you get into the match. They have the weapon wheel showing up for you to select, where you want candlesticks, table, chairs. So it's a good upgrade. It's a good upgrade, no doubt about it. And again, I had that debate with somebody that came in here earlier that was like, "Oh man, the game shouldn't come out yearly." And I'm like, I agree with you. They should update it. But if they're gonna start charging for DLCs and all that shit, you guys are not gonna wanna. You guys are gonna complain about that shit as well, because people like Woke was in here earlier saying that he spent a couple thousand on Fortnite within the last 4 years.
What?
Yeah. And that's not far fetched. My nephew on his account has a bunch of skins that he spent within the last couple of years, over $1,000 between all the gift cards that people have given him and gifts and shit.
Damn.
People that play Fortnite religiously and buy all those skins have spent thousands of dollars. There's no doubt about that.
Crazy.
Shit.
And when you look at it, yeah, the game is free, but when you want to play with all these characters that they hype you up with, it's not so free. So that's a big issue, man. Do you want them? Because they could do that with WWE. They could definitely do that with WWE. With all these characters that they could motion capture and add all their mannerisms and attires and ship out all these legends and all that shit throughout the year and throughout the couple years, they're going to charge an arm and a leg. The free games are more expensive. Ultimately, yeah. I think the biggest thing is that a lot of people feel like they have to get the big edition or they're missing out, because you could literally buy the standard version of the game and add all the DLCs later, when they're actually available and when they're on sale. I spent thousands for my son on Fortnite. Monthly packs are $12. Then the skins are like $5 to $10 a pop. No, and you put it kindly. The skins are definitely not $5 to $10 a pop. The skins that are 5 to 10,000 are either the ones that are on sale or like the generic ones. If you're trying to buy if you're trying to buy like any like big character or whatever, those are usually, you got to spend like $15, $20. No, you got to spend like $20, and then there's always leftover in-game currency. But yeah, it ends up being like $15, $20 for a good pack. And then, yeah, they got the monthly stuff now too, which gives you the battle pass. So, yeah, those games end up costing a pretty penny. Someone said that War Games was only exclusive to next gen and not old gen. I wonder if that's true because it's not specified in the game description. Yeah, they've been very vague about the next gen details and about the match types for sure. Intercontinental versus US Champ. Whoever wins walks away with both. I would love to do a WrestleMania match with Champ versus Champ. Well, 2K23 is around the corner. You'll be able to do it.
They want another undisputed champ?
I spent $750 to $850 on Warzone in the span of how many years? Because that's another game that I wanted to talk about, but I don't really have much knowledge on that. I do know that they charge the same, around $20 per operator. And usually Warzone gets replaced, what, every like 3 years or something like that? I don't know the lifespan for Warzone like that, honestly.
No, this is the new one that's out. It was only the second, like, really revamp. I mean, like, new one. I mean, they revamped it with new maps and shit like that.
I thought it was the third one because it wasn't Blackout like Warzone? The one from Black Ops?
Nah, that's not really Warzone.
Well, it wasn't Warzone, but it wasn't Battle Royale?
Yeah, it's Battle Royale.
Yeah, I never played it.
I played it.
But
Yeah,
that wasn't
bro.
free.
Blackout wasn't free?
No.
Oh,
You had
okay,
to have
so
the game.
okay. So Warzone is the real free one. All right, so how long was Warzone out for? Like 2019 till now?
Yeah.
So 3 years? Yeah, 3 years, exactly. A skin in Warzone's like 20 each? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Damn, it's felt like that shit's been out longer.
Yeah, no, because it came out. Oh, no. And it was actually probably a little shorter because it came out after. I remember Modern Warfare came out and they didn't drop Warzone till later. So it barely got to 3 years. So 3 years. And in the span of 3 years, you spent $850 and you don't even have those operators on the new one? That's pretty bad, bro. So let's do it. 850 divided by 3.
I didn't get my Rambo.
850. No, sorry. No. Hold on. What's the math I'm trying to do here? $850 divided by, let's say that, each game costs $60. You bought 14 games in 3 years.
Trying to play that board down.
And let's do the math like if you're buying next gen games at $70. You bought 12 titles, 12 games. So in 3 years, you could have bought 12 games, which I'm sure you obviously didn't because you bought it on Warzone. And you spent that money. That's crazy. So when you look at that, and that's a good case. I think that spending $850. Let me see, $20. Let me see. That's 42 operators probably that you bought. So is that all of them that are in the game, or you're missing a few? Because that sounds like a lot. Well, because you not only can you buy operators though, you could buy like guns and shit, like the skins for the guns. What's that shit called? Like when the gun shoots like certain bullets and shit.
Tracers.
Yeah, so I know that the tracers are expensive as shit too.
Yeah, they're usually about 20.
Yeah, bro. So I mean, it's a mind game though. You would really want WWE to not come out yearly. I agree, because the updates this year, the updates seem a little more significant because of last year's game. How shallow some of the stuff that they had in there was, and how it was like the first of what's to come. So it feels a little significant, but you know, we're not going to see big changes like till 2-3 years. So from 22 to 23, we're not really going to see much of we're not going to see like an overhaul. We'll probably see an overhaul in like 3-4 years, which sounds about right. And if you do the math in 3 years, how much did you really spend? Put $120 each. And that's just ballpark, because a lot of people don't even get the $120 version. But let's say in 3 years you bought the $120 edition, it's still $360, which is way less than the average Fortnite gamer and average Warzone gamer. So like I find it hilarious. People are like, oh yeah, but what about and that's not even talking about the like, because now they're doing My Faction and that's trying to get you to spend money, but you know, it still hasn't really reached the level of toxicity that they have with you know, with FIFA, Mad NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL. Like all those games are way more toxic in terms of like the fantasy team building, where people spend thousands of dollars there on cards that don't carry over on a year-to-year basis, which is really like what, 10 months of real gaming there. So people spend thousands of dollars within a span of 10 months, but though, you know, a lot. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people complaining. I don't think they know the at the core of the problem. They don't know how nasty it could get if they decide to do that route. Because right now we're kind of paying for what we're getting, and we have to just drop it all at once. I think the biggest difference here is that people love that you get to pick. You get to. I haven't spent thousands of dollars in Fortnite, and don't include the 2 or 3 characters that I've gotten gifted, because I've gotten like 2 characters gifted. Count on money that I've actually spent on there. I've spent probably like $50 in the span of the lifetime that Fortnite has been around. So I still haven't even paid for Fortnite for what it costs, which is on average $60, $70 game. And when you ultimately break it down like that, it's a little scary, bro, because WWE is one of those like games where there could be like, oh yeah, look, if you buy this expansion, now we're it's like The Sims. Oh my God, yes, thank you. Now that I just thought about it. So The Sims doesn't come out every year. And when The Sims first comes out, it costs $60. I'm sure the new one costs $70. So I introduced Erica to The Sims in The Sims 3. And she got really into it. I remember playing it initially with her a little bit to get her going. And then she got into it and the new one came out. I got her the new one. And mind you, if you wait some time, you could buy The Sims on sale. And you could buy every expansion on sale, but it doesn't change the fact that there's like an overwhelming amount of expansions that come out. Like there's like 2 or 3. I would say on average there's about minimum 2 a year, and that's just me ballparking it. And each expansion that comes out costs $40, and then on top of the $40 for each expansion, there's extras which adds to the games, like little. If you're talking
like Destiny 2.
Yeah. If you're talking wrestling terms, think about like buying attires, like literally what we get for free in community creations. Picture buying like flower pots and like little wannabe TVs and like colors. And so that's what these extra packs come with, which those are usually ranging around $10-$20, right? So the way that my wife and I approach The Sims, I'm like, hey, you could get every single expansion. Just wait for them to go on sale. They go on sale within like 3 months, and they usually go on sale for like half off. So instead of paying $40 for each expansion, you could get it for $20. And that's pretty much the case for the most part. We've gotten every expansion for The Sims. We have every expansion for The Sims right now, and we got all of them for like $20 a pop. But it adds up in the amount of time that she's been playing The Sims 4. Let me see when The Sims 4, because The Sims 4.
Let's say 2017.
So Sims 4 came out 2014, but they started releasing those. Yeah, it's been a long time. So she started buying those expansions when I got with her in 2016. So yeah, like 2017, which is the year you mentioned. Yeah, that's probably the year which she really took off. So between 2017 and now, it's been about 5 years. In the last 5 years, she's put in a decent amount of money into the game. So I'm not sure exactly.
I need to charge my mic, so I'm about to get off.
All right, Brody.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Aight.
Wait, Dinky Donna said Warzone released in March 10th, 2020. Oh my God, the number's actually worse than I thought then. Because Warzone 3 came out when? Didn't it just come out?
It just came out in November.
2,
yeah, November. Oh my God, so what? It took from. It would have been 3 years if it would have been March. So 3 months, 4 or 5 months. So about 2 years and a half. So it's less than 3 years. Holy shit, that's really bad. So yeah, I definitely feel bad for the people that spend, you know, like $1,000 on that shit for 2 years and a half worth of gaming. Now, mind you, a lot of people in those games did spend a lot of time on it, anyways, because those Warzone matches it eats up a lot of time.
And that's the only game they play.
And that's the only game that you play, yeah. But I guess if you're like a wrestling fanatic, you would want that for them to do it like that. But I don't know, because I'm thinking about it, because they're gonna win at the end of the day. They're gonna win whichever way you slice it. It doesn't matter. They gotta win because they're the ones spending endless hours trying to formulate all these codes and all these things, and it is what it is. They're gonna win. They have to find a way to win. That's a scary thing for me. I just think about the potential of having to spend $1,000 in the span of 3 years on a game. I'd rather spend $1,000 on a bunch of games, which I do spend it in the span of 3 years. I'm pretty sure that we do spend it, or maybe I don't come close to $1,000. I don't think so, because I buy them half off with Stunner and shit typically. But I don't know. My wife is addicted. She has all the mods plus all the DLCs on her PC. That's hilarious. You see what I mean?
For what game?
He's talking about The Sims, I think.
Oh.
I spend a lot of money on games in general too, a little too much. Yeah, but again, it's. I think the big issue here for like us fans as a mindset is that we'd rather hear that the game is gonna get added to, and we get to pay for the. We want options. We don't want for 12 months to hit the calendar and for them to force us to spend $70 or $100 on the game. We don't want to be told to spend $100 every 12 months. That's the thing. We want to have the option to select, okay, well, I don't want to buy Kylo Ren in this Fortnite skin. I want to buy Black Adam. Or I don't want to buy Black Adam. I want to buy Spider-Man. You know? We want options. So we don't want to buy Tozawa, for example. Let's be honest. If they do a skin pack with Tozawa and his mannerisms and shit, nobody's going to buy him except for like, unless they have it like super dirt cheap. And plus, I have read online till this day, there's people that still play 2K19 because community creations keeps the game alive for years. Do you know if you can switch between the pin system and while in the match? I don't know if you could change it within the match, but I know for a fact you could definitely change it. Have you seen the leaks for Gunther and Xia Li and Dewdrop? No, I haven't. Oh, you sent it to me on Discord? Let me see. Hold on. Do you think it's possible because all the rumors about it being next gen? It could be next gen, yeah.
Truth, please.
Look at the background and the 3 images. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like the menu gave it away. I see what you're saying. I see the Dewdrop one, yeah. And the Xia Li. And who's this other person you said? The black and white letters and shit. Oh, Gunther Imperium. Yes. You're right. I see it. Yeah, I really like the menus, man. I really like that they changed the backgrounds and shit. It's really cool. I'm glad that they did the Titatron shit. And he's saying
Any
that
more news coming out today?
War game. Supposedly, I don't know if it was a real thing or not, but somebody was saying that Up Up Down Down was gonna upload a video on Showcase today.
What time? They didn't say.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They don't have it scheduled. I mean, I thought they would have been promoting it if that were true. Xbox One has, by the way, the Xbox One version has War Games listed. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would venture to say that War Games is going to be on both. Otherwise, they would have made that very loud and clear. Either they would have made it loud and clear, or they're willing to piss off people with the misleading promotion. Oh, 11 p.m. You mean 11 a.m.? What up, James? Good morning. Yeah, Yeah, so if War Games is on last gen, man, we have nothing to worry about. Evolution DLC is a must. I hope they don't do Evolution DLC, bro. Because Evolution is...
That shit should be free.
Yeah,
Already in the game.
Man, don't get me started. That's a whole nother kind of... I freaking spit saliva out on my lip and everything. Don't even... No way. Oh my God, you just made my heart drop. I'm here going off on I don't want them to do all this paid content. You're saying, I hope they add Evolution DLC. No way. I hope Evolution is in the game.
Randy and Ric Flair and all them guys aren't in the game already.
Yeah, no, please.
You know, it's not worth it if you can't pay for it.
Yeah, no way.
You gotta have the money, dog. Unless if you want to be the wheeling dealing, jet flying.
Yeah, that's what
ain't sipping.
That's what I feel like. Everyone is like, "Oh man, I don't want this ray tracing feature. I don't want War Games. I don't want 2K23. I want 2K22 updated."
You gotta spend that money, dog.
I'm like, damn.
I spent more money on spilled liquor than you make.
I'm like, damn, dog, you really want to buy them freaking skin packs, huh? Okay. Shit. I don't want a new pin system. I want expansions within the game already. I want to spend $1,000 within 3 years.
I want to get that 10-day ban for buying MT.
Sins.
Oh, shit. Poor Sins. Javi got banned too, though. We haven't even mentioned Javi.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder he hasn't been on. That's the only game he plays.
Yeah, man. It's you know, damn if you do, damn if you don't. If they're gonna go the yearly up, I hope, because for me, like when I read that AEW is going with the yearly update, hey man, I'm for it. I just hope that they don't release DLC packs like just that's all they do. I want them to expand the game like after a while, you know? I don't want just character packs.
No, they got pay-per-view packs. All in, and then 3 months later, all out.
Yeah, imagine freaking 3 packs a year.
3 months later, all in and out.
Bro, oh my God, that'll be very, very scary, bro. That'll be plus buying the game for like $60. That's scary, dog.
No, it's gonna be 30.
It should, right? It should be. They should do early access.
Wait, I was being serious.
No, that's just
30.
No, that's just 60, fool.
What the hell?
Lex, 2K23 for real looks like it plays 2K22. All right, but I understand that, and it's true. It does play a lot like 2K22, but if you look at like the Cody Cutter, the new curb stomp that Seth Rollins has, or even the new spear from Roman Reigns, the moves look smooth, man.
Those are just updates, bro.
Yeah.
Chris Smooth?
What more do you want, though?
That they to make a new game.
All right, 2K22 was good and all.
No, they took the file. What they did, they drag and dropped the 2K22 file, and they just installed updates.
You know what? I don't want this. Don't give me a souped up version of 2K22. You know what? I want you to build a game from scratch. I don't care if it brings a whole can of worms of bugs. I want it all.
Yeah.
Give me a new game.
I'd like it better if they actually gave us the exact 2K22, but built ground up like a remastered. That's less insulting.
I want
they actually put work.
I just want 2K20.
No, they gotta redo it. They gotta
game was
redo the
good.
disaster of what was the 2020, the 2K20.
Yeah, they gotta
redo it. They gotta re-release it. 2K20. They're like, this is the game you guys should have gotten.
This is the game you deserve.
In fact, they should attach 2K20 to the 2K23 as extra DLC.
Oh, I agree. That'd be a good idea.
I don't know.
Just give it for free for all the people
Love
who
it.
bought 2K20.
Yeah, man. You know, what I would like, you know, instead of thinking of that, I would like for them to say that you could like trade in or like delete from your library 2K22 and they give you a discount on the new one at launch. Like a $10, $15 discount or $20 discount, whatever.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
No, definitely not.
They'll give you a free Undertaker skin.
Huh. I'd rather find a way to make the best out of the current situation versus making that shit. If I want everything, I gotta spend $1,000 in 3 years.
And they're like, that's not just all you get.
Hmm.
He goes, you get the WWE Spinner Championship title.
Nah, when they added that shit to the when they said they added that shit to the $120 edition, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I think the $120 edition, they stretched it there. I felt the same way for NWO, man. I was so annoyed with the NWO one. How about zombie wrestlers? How much for those skins? Maybe a future Asuka and Western Seth Rollins. Wow, what a great idea. You know that they actually tried doing that with like 2K20, was it? That they had like the zombie arenas and shit.
Yeah, that was 2K20. Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love for them to make a WCW game.
Yeah, that'll be great. But they could barely get WCW characters in this one, so I would hate the WCW game because then it'd be a bunch of like a short roster.
Like I would love for them to come out with 2 games, right? Wouldn't it be dope if they come out like a regular, the 2K, whatever, 22, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then like after a year, yeah, and they'll do like a Battlegrounds or like a WCW type game. Like basically like one of those half
Brian, did you just repeat what Jalen said without even paying attention to what he said?
Yeah, but I like Battlegrounds.
Oh, okay. He brought it up as like because he was trying to be funny.
But what I'm saying is that like, because it's unrealistic for them to have two full-fledged games.
Yeah, for sure.
So what I'm talking about is one full-fledged 2K whatever, and then in the middle of the year something like a Battlegrounds, like a little
I love
$20-$30 game that's like a WCW type game.
So I'm gonna tell you something.
Or Legends. What was it? Was it Legends or WrestleMania?
Yeah. No, that's what I was about to tell you. They did that 1 year, and that game didn't sell well, and a lot of people complained. It's called Legends of WrestleMania.
Right?
No, it was an in-between game.
No, I remember the one that they did with the Legends with Hulk Hogan or whatever. People talk about it online to this day.
Yeah,
to this day.
Now looking back at it, but when it first came out, it was frowned upon because they wanted the modern shit. They changed the controls on that game. They made it. It was a different tapping system from the regular game. They did do that shit, bro. It didn't work out, so they cut it out.
I don't know. When you go online, everybody's like, "Yo, that was a great."
And then they did Battlegrounds, and a lot of people bash it. Yeah, bro, because they talk about the roster and they look back at it as nostalgia. I'm telling you, as someone who keeps receipts on things like that. That's just like when I read people say, "Oh, THQ was such a great developer for these games; they're so amazing," and I'm like, "Oh my god, where were you defending them when those games were coming out and people were bashing them hard as hell?" I liked Legends of WrestleMania. I bought Legends of WrestleMania. And I remember I traded it in and I bought it back. I have bought it back. But Legends of WrestleMania is brought up more in a positive note today more than it was when it came out. Let me see when it came out. 2009. Yeah, that's the same year that SVR09 came out, bro. It came out in March. I remember that shit. I remember like it was yesterday. I was so hyped for that game. And I remember because I was really big. I had believe it or not, I had the league. That was around the time I had the league, and a lot of people that I met and I knew in like the forums and online and shit like that. They were like I had a bunch of people, bro. I had like at least over 100 people that were like within the community and shit. And a lot of them didn't get that game. A lot of them were super like annoyed with the control changes and the shit that it has. So I like you, I find it funny. I see that people do look at it as they look back and they're like, "Oh man, that was such a great game." And I'm like, "Damn, dog. I wish it would have gotten that support because we would have gotten more games like that." They drop those games every so often, you know. And Battlegrounds, that shit was definitely bashed. So what are we thinking? How it looks in terms of gameplay from how it's shown? I mean, if you like 2K22, you're gonna love 2K23. They brought over the good stuff. I'm not surprised because when we talked about this shit months ago, in the midst of playing 2K22. I literally said all I wanted was a deeper game. And from the little bits and pieces that they've given us, it sounds like they've definitely improved and added. Is it the most necessary thing to have these games come out yearly? Definitely not. But I refuse to pay $1,000 for expansions in 3 years, 4 years, whatever the number is. Think he's talking about All Stars? No. Legends of WrestleMania was brought, and yeah, All Stars was another one that was brought up too. Which All Stars is another game that I don't know. I didn't really know too many people that played that shit. And that one actually came out in 2011, which 2011 SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 came out. People did they do talk about that one too, but that's another like arcade game. That's supposed to be like like Blitz and all that. I'm looking at that shit. I remember I didn't play that one. I almost got it, but I played it on the 3DS. My nephew had it on the 3DS.
Okay.
All Stars. It was super arcadey. Like everybody looked super big and jacked up.
Well, Hogan had the 24-inch pythons.
Yes, sir. TNA All Stars was TNA Impact done right? Well, TNA Impact had realistic graphics. They tried going for the realistic graphics in TNA Impact. I enjoyed TNA Impact too.
Let's see what they do with the storyline today at SmackDown with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what they do. It's funny because the pay-per-view was just Saturday, but it's felt like it was so long ago, like because they didn't address it on Raw or anything. Roman's probably not gonna be there. They'll probably do something with the Usos. Roman has the week off. He's back
I'm gonna start booing his ass off.
Roman is probably over there in the Bahamas and shit chilling.
We don't need these part-timers, dog.
Roman is 8:00 in the morning. Roman's probably waking up in like an hour and a half. He's probably chilling right now. He's probably gonna have a little pina colada for breakfast.
The Triangle Chief.
Roman is live tonight. Oh, okay. So yeah, he's probably definitely waking up and still like everything's still going according to schedule. But the only difference is that he'll probably have to get on the jet in the afternoon to make it to the show tonight. He'll do the opening segment and then go home. He'll probably be back in the Bahamas for the weekend.
That's what he's been doing lately.
Yeah.
They don't even close out. He opens up and he dips out.
He opens up. He probably recorded a segment before they went live. He opens up live in the crowd. Then he does a little backstage segment. But by the time you see that backstage segment on TV, he's already on the air, chilling. He's probably listening to Spotify and shit, waiting to land. Probably has a fresh batch of Terramana tequila. And what's your favorite graphics wise? Who's your favorite entrance? Favorite entrance. I'm gonna go. It's a tie. I'm just gonna say tie because I was impressed with. I had the same reaction for each of them, where it like made me super super happy. It was Cody Rhodes, Kurt Angle, Braun Breaker, and Rhea Ripley. Those were like the entrances that really like that I was blown away and just really excited to play. Cody on SmackDown, or should he just be on Raw hyping up the match? Nah, just I would say keep Cody on Raw and bring him to SmackDown when Roman's not there. Like you guys have no idea. Like Kurt Angle's my boy. That's why I don't know if you guys were in the stream yesterday, but yesterday we talked about Kurt Angle, and I was just so happy that the footage we got from Kurt in the game, like resembles him like perfectly next gen level.
They should do in the game. You suck.
Oh man,
suck.
I hope they don't have that shit. I hate that shit.
You suck.
They already have him coming out with the wrestling earmuffs, bro.
Oh. Yeah, he's definitely doing the "You Suck," man.
I was
hate
watching
that shit, man.
You know they have like a WWE album, right? Like his music album shit.
Yeah, there's an album.
There's a song in there.
I mean, there's a song for
where
it.
it's
Yeah.
Kurt Angle singing, and Kurt Angle saying, "I don't suck. I don't
Yeah, I've heard it.
suck."
Yeah, Kurt loves it. I mean, he had no choice but to embrace it. He had to, bro. That's what makes Kurt. He embraced it and he turned it into you know, like an even bigger phenomenon than what it was, because it first started as like making fun of him, and he played into it to make it even bigger. Did I see the side by side comparison of Charlotte? Yeah, even though it's the same exact model, she looks a million times better. Why? Because just the lighting and atmosphere, bro, completely different. Amateur wrestling? Yeah, I know, but I just called it the wrestling earmuffs, man. Imagine.
It is called. What do you call it? Amateur wrestling earmuffs?
No, he said amateur wrestling headgear. I just feel
that's not what it's called, my guy.
It's the same shit. It's like
just call it
like
wrestling. It's wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling muffs.
Yeah. He's trying to be Mr. Spock for no reason.
Yeah, to me, it's just easier for me to just say, oh yeah, wrestling earmuffs. You love that shit? Yeah, no, bro, because remember, man, I'm looking back at it how it made me feel when I was a kid and shit. Like, yeah, I laugh at it now, and I laugh at it when he came back. I did. I'm not gonna lie to you, but that shit, it really irked me when I was a kid. And when he went to TNA,
suck?
Yeah, and in TNA, and they didn't.
Funny as fuck to me.
They didn't do that in TNA. They only did that in WWE.
Well, because his song was different in TNA.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I like that. I even love his song in TNA. Honestly, his song in TNA was awesome.
What was it?
Man, if I do it right now, I do it a disservice. But it's kind of like sped up, and it has a little voiceover, but it's like a sped up little beat. It kind of sounds like a modern version of what he had.
How does it feel?
No. I'm gonna send it to you so you could hear it. Dun 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 dun. You know, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
It sounds like bomb 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 bomb.
And they used to call him in there in TNA. His nickname was the Wrestling Machine.
Modern day Maharaja.
The Wrestling Machine, Kurt Angle.
They should have called him Prick Angle.
And the beginning does the it's like a little annoying sound. And it transitioned to dun 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 dun.
Oh man,
that's just garbage.
That shit's
want to play one more time?
No. I'm not gonna get copyright. I send it to you. It's a low quality version, unfortunately. Oh wait, don't look at that one. I found a better one actually. It's good, bro. It's good when you see it in motion and shit. It's funny because like 2 months ago or so, I was thinking of subscribing to the Impact. They have like a WWE Network shit, and I was literally gonna subscribe just to see a bunch of his matches.
Yeah, bro. You know, there's like a little like fan base now for old school TNA.
Yeah, bro, because that shit was really, really good. I watched TNA religiously when I got back into wrestling. Was what, 09? When I bought the game and shit, I was watching TNA. And I watched TNA. I watched some of their pay-per-views. I didn't really watch all of them because, you know, at that time you had to order it, and those websites were really, really bad. But nah, you can't say early TNA was goated, straight edge, because early TNA was like the early 2000s and shit. You probably mean early of when they were like peaking. So like in TNA, bro, is that my biggest fond memory of TNA that I love, bro? Like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. It took me a while to like them because I didn't even watch TNA for them, even though I knew that those were the mainstays and the main guys, like James Storm, Bobby Roode, those guys. Motor City Machine Gun. That guy called I think you put it right here. Was the Suicide guy? I didn't really care about him too much, but Christian Cage. I loved Christian Cage there. He had some nice bangers. Suicide
Squad.
Nah. Kurt Angle, obviously. I tuned in, bro, because of Kurt Angle. That's why I tuned in, because I was really, really bummed out he wasn't in WWE. And when I saw that he was there and they had Sting and shit like that, it was really, really dope. And Bubba Ray was amazing in TNA too. Bubba Ray, the Aces and
What was
Eights.
that, Bully Ray?
Yeah, Bully Ray. At first he was with the Aces and Eights, and then yeah, he started calling himself Bully Ray.
I love him. He was jacked, dog.
Yeah, he was.
What the fuck? He was fat his whole WWE career.
He definitely had a good run there.
And all of a sudden, Jack.
Another TNA original that I like, who actually works in WWE, is Abyss. He was like a mix of like Kane with like Mankind and shit.
It was cool.
Yeah, he works for WWE as a producer. But he was really, really good. It's a shame the management in TNA was part of the reason they couldn't get to the next level. Yep.
Oh my
God. I was watching Ruthless Aggression when they first picked Evolution, Batista and Randy.
Mm-hmm.
And Triple H had a meeting with them. And like, listen, bro, the minute we do this group, you know, a lot of people are going to turn their backs on you. Because like they're going to be getting an instant push.
Yeah. And Ric Flair and Triple H rub.
Yeah, and he's like, if you guys can't handle like the locker room not liking you guys, he's like, let me know right now. And whatever, they said yes. And then they were talking about Batista said is like, you know, it didn't matter because like to me, because like the guys that were dicks to me for being a rookie in the beginning ended up being just dicks in real life anyways. So it didn't matter that they didn't like me. And he was talking about Bully Ray.
That's funny.
They were talking about a match. They were doing a tag team. Oh, you know, they had him in a documentary too. They the 3D boys, the Dudley boys, and then
damn,
3D boys,
damn,
Team 3D.
Yeah.
And then he was like, so what happened? What's it called? Batista tore his tricep.
Yeah.
Pushing off of Bubba, and then Bubba goes, what exactly happened? He's like, he mushed me in the face. No, I mushed him in the face. He mushed me back, and his tricep tore. He's like, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And then he picks up, you know how they do the Devon picks up Randy, and that their little finisher they usually do over the table.
Yeah.
So he goes, oh, so I picked him up. He goes, I had Randy's one leg on one arm, Randy's other leg on the other arm, and some way or another, Randy's third leg ended up behind me, and when I landed, he shattered his ankle.
Oh shit.
So like right when Evolution started, they were both out with a torn tricep and ankle, and then Triple H was saying he saw Batista come back with the tricep, and then he's like, so it was you who was hurt. I was hearing rumors that I thought that Randy had gotten hurt or it was an ankle or something like that. And Batista goes, no, Randy did fuck up his shit too.
Damn, that's
so
funny.
like in one match, 3D like they basically fucked them up. And Bubba Ray is basically in the documentary, he's like saying that like he didn't do nothing dirty. That it was just all freak accidents.
Yeah.
And they just blame him for no reason. And both in the documentary, Randy Orton and Batista were both saying that they were bullied by them. They just didn't like them. Like for whatever reason, Team 3D just didn't like them. And shit. And then no Rico. Oh, and he goes, oh, what I remember was him coming back and just cursing the shit out of Randy Orton because apparently, I guess when he broke his ankle, remember he landed his back on him.
Yeah.
So Bubba Ray was cursing at him because he hurt his back on his foot. And then Bubba Ray was in the documentary. He's like, oh yeah, like everybody wanted to come to their safety, but they weren't the only ones hurt. Like I was hurt too.
That's crazy, bro.
Like it was crazy, dog.
Yeah,
you gotta watch that series.
Those guys, and remember before
that,
that,
attitude problems.
They did Batista when he came into the main roster. He was with when this dude was a preacher. Devon was a preacher.
Deacon Batista.
Oh,
Yeah.
Deacon. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I remember. Batista's like, oh, he hate that. Batista said he hated like the gimmick, but he's like, oh, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I didn't have fun working with Devon.
Yeah,
That he was hilarious.
I saw Batista's documentary. I know he wasn't fond of that shit at all. But that dude Batista always did what was asked of him. He was a big time team player.
Oh yeah, no, but they did him horrible. Like Triple H said, like when he put him in Evolution, bro. Like he didn't like the development, like the OVW. Like they were taking their time with like Brock Lesnar and John Cena. But the thing is, what he didn't like is that they were basically training Batista to be like this big like Braun Strowman like monster type.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't really teaching him like how to wrestle. They weren't teaching him how to take bumps or anything like that because Vince didn't really want him to take like bumps. He wanted him to be like that
Goldberg.
invincible character. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when Triple H was working with him, he was just really bad because they like the arsenal they were giving him was like just really really bad. So when he got into Evolution, he told him, bro, forget everything they taught you and fucking do it again. He was just like they did him injustice.
One of my favorite Batista stories and just relationships that he created was when he said he got shipped to SmackDown. He had no friends there. The only guy that looked out for him was Eddie Guerrero. So he said when Eddie Guerrero died, he suffered a lot because him and Eddie became like best friends behind the scenes. And Eddie Guerrero looked after him and tried like, giving him pointers and teaching and shit like that. Batista said that it played a really big role in his career.
Everybody loved Eddie.
Which is crazy.
Everybody loved Eduardo.
It's crazy though, because he really, yeah. And then obviously, it led to Batista becoming friends with him and Rey. Him and Rey Mysterio became friends afterwards too. But yeah, he said, he goes, I get shipped off to SmackDown. I'm the odd guy out. I'm not friends with nobody, whatever. And Eddie basically took him in.
Yeah, Eddie was the star of SmackDown, dog. Oh, they dedicated a whole episode to the Raw and SmackDown war, because both shows legitimately had beef with each other.
That's hilarious.
When they broke, because the thing is they were fighting for ratings.
Yeah.
Every
Within
week.
the same company, they wanted you
Paul
to. Paul
Heyman was in charge of SmackDown, and Paul Heyman, what's it called? So like JR and Lawler were on Raw, and Taz and Michael Cole were on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then Michael Cole was in the documentary basically saying like Paul Heyman basically came to us and said like whatever and whenever shot you can take at JR and King is like I want you to do it. Like talk shit. Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they show like little clips of Michael Cole like they're announcing the whatever, and they're like, oh, they don't have this type of wrestling on Raw. I'll tell you that right now. And then Taz is like, no, like Raw's a wonderful show. Don't get me wrong. It's just not SmackDown.
That's
like that. And then they had JR in the show like oh, I thought it was a little bit whatever, but what can you expect from Paul Heyman,
That's
and they're basically like Paul Heyman basically wanted this whole SmackDown roster to be hostile towards
to have that
Raw.
feud.
And then they're and Paul Heyman was in the documentary basically saying like, hey, if you're gonna like make the competition, like don't fake it, like make it real.
Yeah, go after it.
And then basically like SmackDown was beating Raw in the ratings for almost a year and a half, doc.
Shit.
And the thing is, they didn't like it because the thing is, so Raw would always come down, always consider SmackDown the B show, and they were just beating him in the ratings. And the thing is, like Raw was all segments, bro. That's what really all Raw was. With the Booker T, they had Stone Cold coming out, they had Evolution, whatever. But when people tuned into SmackDown, it was they said that shit was one of the best wrestling shows like ever, and the one that was leading the charge was Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, no. Even when I got into wrestling, that's what it was though. That stayed.
They're doing ladder matches, and then what's called Adam Cole was. Oh, they actually had Adam Cole in the documentary. I just realized that right now.
For real?
Yeah, they had Adam Cole because they had like current wrestlers talking
Yeah.
about how when they were kids watching it.
Yeah.
So Adam Cole's like back then he's like SmackDown was actually the show that that wanted me to get into wrestling. Like he was a SmackDown guy. Cause he was like it was like smaller guys like Edge and Eddie Guerrero or whatever like doing stuff that he wanted to do.
That's dope.
And like basically Raw like he liked Raw but it was just more like a comedy like type like they didn't do a lot of wrestling on that show.
No, they didn't, and that was always the stigma.
Yeah. So and then Kevin Owens was like, yeah, I was more of a SmackDown guy too, blah blah blah. And I was watching clips and I was like, holy shit, I missed this whole era, bro. They were like pay-per-view type matches, dog.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know what's funny, dog, is that Paul Heyman was in charge of SmackDown, and I don't know if he got fired or whatever. And then a couple years ago, he was in charge of Raw too. But I don't know why they keep like letting him go. Because
Yeah,
every
they let him go
time
and
they
bring him
put
back.
him, every time they put him in charge of the show, like the ratings go up.
You talking about Heyman or Eric Bischoff?
Not
Heyman.
Heyman.
What up, No Cap? How's it going? Yeah, the segment with Batista turning bad, that shit was freaking. It was like heartbreaking because he went full blown heel.
Like for the writing, like backstage writing.
Yeah, he was an actual
And then-
producer.
Yeah, and I think it's somewhere in like 2014 or some shit like that. For like a little bit, for like a year and a half, he was in charge of Raw.
Yeah, he was.
And then the ratings actually went up, but they never keep him there.
Yeah, they changed him around. And when he got with Roman, it was to do the storyline with Roman. He's actually a producer on that whole on all his segments and shit.
And then AJ, that's when AJ got beef with them because when like AJ Styles hasn't forgiven Paul Heyman for he blames Paul Heyman for the Gallows getting fired, Luke Gallows and this other guy. Remember when they did the cuts?
Yeah. Who does he blame?
Paul Heyman.
Mm. Let me see if WWE posted any ads for SmackDown tonight. They have Cody Rhodes on their cover for Twitter. No hype up for SmackDown yet. Think Kurt Angle will have more than one attire in 2K23? I hope so, man. I sure hope so. I hope they have the ECW theme song there, but I don't know. I don't know. Considering how they've been treating the theme songs and gimmicks and shit like that, I doubt that they will, but I hope that they have the ECW theme that he had. What up, MGM? Yeah, so like wishful thinking, they should have at least like 2-3 Kurt Angles, but realistically, they put him just because of the story, so I don't know if there's gonna be I don't know if they'll have an alternate. Kurt Angle. You wish Randy was in demo? What, to see how he looked? Can't wait till SmackDown. I want to know what Roman Reigns is gonna say. Oh, you already know. You already know they're gonna stretch this out.
Oh, dog.
Something's gonna happen. Somebody will probably interfere. He'll probably address Jay. And I'll say, I'll get to Sammy next week. This week we're gonna be focusing on Jay. Which match is Cena gonna have from his Word Life days? There has to be at least once. Who do you think?
Yeah, the first one. Oh no, I mean not the first one. Which one
RVD?
is it? Yeah, RVD. I think so.
Is Kurt Angle going to be the first theme unless they use it? Yeah, no. No, they're not going to. The ECW version is not used in that storyline, so they have no reason to add it.
Oh, man, damn.
Community Creations will definitely add the attire, but we won't be able to have the theme. Probably the bonus. That'll be cool.
The bonus?
Hoping 2K will just pay for the tattoos. Oh, you're talking about because of the scan, because he lost a lawsuit. Yeah, because last year, Randy Orton has been in the game. I don't know what tattoo he got, but he's been in the game with the sleeve tattoos for years. And something happened last year that he got sued for it. Or WWE got sued. I don't know. Somebody got sued for the involvement of having him in the game. And the person that created it not getting paid off.
Oh yeah, the tattoo artist.
Mm-hmm. Cena versus Undertaker could be from Vengeance 03. Man, I don't know how I feel about that. I know a lot of tattoo artists, like every time they see a celebrity get paid or whatever, they want to make money off of the the art that they drew on their body. When the celebrity is like the vehicle to putting that out there, I think them getting recognition for being the artist on that celebrity's body is enough compensation, honestly. Like if somebody asks Randy, oh, who did your tats? He's always going to have to mention that person. But for you to say that, like, you need to get paid royalties because Randy Orton's tattoos are showing up in a video game and you're not getting a cut. I mean, obviously the lawyer and the system favored the tattoo artist, but I'm talking about me personally. It's a little hard for me to wrap my head around that because tattoos are not cheap, and these people they usually charge an arm and a leg for like each hour or per job they do. So like, rest assured that Randy and all these celebrities that have tattoos, they paid a fortune to have those tattoos. So I feel like, they got compensated already for their work, and they're gonna get the recognition for their work all the time. $100 an hour? Nah, it really depends who and where you go.
A little more, like 200. Like a really good one, which charges like 200 an hour. But for a celebrity, probably like 1,000 an hour or some shit.
Yeah, bro. And celebrities, when they're really like, they either fly out or they fly in or whatever the case is. Trust me, man, they make a fortune, and it depends on what they're getting and all this stuff. Like all the celebrities and all the people that have that kind of money and they get recommendations and they go to artists that are known and shit. And it's not even artists that are known. I'm saying social media. I'm saying artists that are known within the tattoo world. Those tattoo artists get paid a lot. So yeah, I feel like, damn, I don't know. Like, bro,
yeah, but at the same
money.
time, it is his. If it's original work, it is his. Like, it's like art. Like, it's like artwork.
But they got paid. They got paid for it though.
Huh?
It's on my body, and I already paid for it.
Yeah, but you didn't pay for the artwork. You got paid for the tattoo.
I don't know, man, because half of the time those people upcharge, and like you said, these celebrities are paying thousands of dollars an hour for those people.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but that's to get like the actual work done. But the actual artwork itself,
so
draw and
charge
everything, that doesn't mean it's not that simple, dude. Like, that's always gonna be their work. It's like an artist where if like somebody fucking makes a song and the music, that shit's always gonna be theirs.
I understand, and that's why they get recognition for it. I can't say that I tattooed my own arm.
No, they don't get more recognition. They get paid for it.
I'm saying they get the recognition for it. If they ask Randy Orton, who did your tattoo, he's always going to have to say the same person.
Yeah, I know, but if somebody's going to use it, you know what I'm saying?
I understand, bro, but you're questioning what I said, that I don't already agree with that. For me, it doesn't, it makes sense when you want to break it down and add those layers to it. It's not that it doesn't make sense to me. For me, is I don't get it. They already got paid for it. I get that some of the artwork may be built from the top of their head and it's their own artwork, but they're getting paid and recognized for it regardless. And it's on that person's body regardless. And if it wasn't for that person being famous, it's not like they're making money off of your tattoo. They're not making a beat and you're putting your voice on the beat and selling that beat and making money off of that beat. Randy Orton's not making money off of those tattoos. Randy Orton's making money off of being Randy Orton.
Yeah, but to me, so it's more like, if you look at it like music, like CM Punk's not making money for playing cult personality. on it, but they still have to get paid. The band.
I
To use
understand
the
because
song.
WWE can call it their own, but it's not. Bro, this is something that's on your body. You have to pay some. You can't just use a song for free. There's copyrights for music. I can't even use any song here on YouTube. It's not that
Yeah,
WWE.
but you can't use artwork or pictures either. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if somebody like took a picture, let's say if I took a picture of a sunset or some shit like that, and you put that shit as your background or whatever,
Bro, I understand that. I
that's still
can't. That
considered copyright.
I
Copyright.
understand. Just like the thumbnails and everything. I understand that, of course. But it doesn't mean I have to agree with it. Like, I understand what the laws say or who says what and why they did the sue and why they pursued WWE. I'm just saying I don't agree with it. And on top of the fact that, again, what tattoo did he get recently that is such a problem because he's been in the games for many years with the sleeves? Nah, Brian is just listing like the why it is what it is, like trying to break it down for me. But I already understand that. I know that. But it doesn't mean I agree with it. And plus, at the end of the day, like for example, CM Punk has the Pepsi logo on his arm because he's straight edge or whatever. So he wanted to put the Pepsi logo on his arm. You know, I feel like that's a little different. That's a brand that he has on his arm that's known for that shit. She's trying to sue since 2007. Whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm never gonna like Randy Orton has endless amounts of money and WWE has endless amounts of money. So like when it comes to like getting your money, whatever. It's one of those like it's just one of those subjects that's like, I don't know. I don't agree with it, but I guess get your money. They have more money than you do, so
I mean, it's not like
take
they
advantage.
wouldn't do it to you, bro. Look at how they copy your ass.
No, I know. It's not.
It's only right that people fucking do that shit for them for every little thing.
I understand that, dude. But I just like I don't agree with the copyright that I got. I don't agree with that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's wrong or that they're doing something evil. It's not evil, right? That shit is not hurting Randy's pockets or WWE's for that matter or 2K. Yeah, WWE Games never puts the Pepsi logo for Punk because they know exactly what would happen if they did. Which is funny because then CM Punk CM Punk should pay royalties to come out on Monday Night Raw or AEW Dynamite with the big ass Pepsi logo on his arm, freaking promoting them.
I don't know. Maybe he did, or maybe it's not even exactly the same. Maybe there's a loophole.
No, the tattoo artist won't come at him, but Pepsi could.
No, but I'm saying like maybe the logo's not exactly the same. Maybe that's a loophole. I saw this documentary on Netflix, dog. You saw that shit? Where remember? Damn, you probably wouldn't remember. You have to think really hard. In the '90s, when Pepsi had that commercial of like
It's the same logo. I just saw it.
you do you drink a certain amount, whatever, and you get like Pepsi points or some shit like that to win prizes.
Like reward system.
Yeah, reward system. And then if you reach like 700,000 whatever Pepsi points or some shit like that, you got a fighter jet.
What?
They were giving away a fighter jet in the
They
90s.
actually made it.
That's crazy.
And then yeah, it's a whole documentary because that bro, a multi-billion-dollar company, they did the math, and they said it was almost impossible. It's impossible for anybody to drink that much soda. And then there was a kid in the town, a 19-year-old kid or an 18, 19-year-old kid or whatever, that figured out a way to beat the system, and he rented out with his friends and shit, like 3 different warehouses, and ordered like the Pepsi cans and shit like that, and like how to store them, and like shit like that. and he was able to get the fucking the Pepsi points, and they owed him a fucking fighter jet, and it was like a whole like court case, like they sued and everything. Pepsi was like, "We're not fucking giving you a fighter jet."
What
It's
ended up happening?
I just watched the trailer. I didn't watch it, but it was fucking hilarious, dog. I have it there on my list to watch it. But they have the guy there who was a kid. Now he's in his 40s and shit. And in the documentary, he's talking about it. And like the CEOs, like the ex-CEOs of Pepsi's are in the documentary too.
Oh, really?
Where's my fighter jet?
And they were like, they were basically like, we didn't think anybody could actually do it, blah blah blah. And they ended the trailer with the guy saying like, "Oh, to this day, I'm still waiting on my fucking plane."
That's hilarious.
But I wonder if he got money in the lawsuit or I don't know whatever. But that shit was hilarious, dog.
Yeah, he
Bro,
probably
but
got
they had
paid.
but they were showing the commercials and shit like that. Oh, this many points and whatever. You get your own.
Well, adding a fighter jet out of all things, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, like fucking Top Gun.
You said 2010. You're 3 years off. So let me see something.
I'm fucking done, dog. This stupid ass fucking game.
Are you playing Hitman?
No, what is that? I got bored.
Have you beat Hitman already?
Yeah.
I was gonna text you the other day, happy as hell, because you know I bought the third one and they added the whole collection. They gave it to whoever owns the third one for free. And if you go and play the first one and the second one again, you could play with the graphics of the third one. And then I realized that they have the third one on Game Pass. So I didn't even bother texting you because I figured you were gonna shrug it off. Like I had started texting you and I was like midway through the text, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna delete it because it's already on Game Pass.
What do you mean? Like to buy it or something?
No, bro. The third game, you bought 1 and 2. I remember.
Yeah, and I bought 3.
And then you bought 3 after.
Yeah.
But the creators of Hitman, they gave they made that if you bought part 3, they're giving you free access to 1 and 2 if you didn't own it.
Mm.
So if you download Hitman 3 right now, it's called Hitman: The World of Assassination versus it being Hitman 3, because now within that game you get to go back and play 1 and 2. So it just popped up random automatically. Like they had released an article on it and it came out like, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks. And I downloaded it. I have it on the Series S, and it's true. So like Hitman 3 now became the World of Assassination, and you get to play, which that's always been a thing. If you old, because remember you told me that the biggest problem that you were having is that since you didn't own all of them in the same place, it wasn't that the case for you? That you own them in different stores?
No, well I have part 3 on Epic, and I have 1 and 2 on Steam. But when I open up the games, they all show up though.
Oh, okay. I thought
Like the in-game menu has all 3 games together.
Yeah, but yes, but you couldn't have access to it because did you link your accounts for it to have access to it?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe like that. Because I remember when you first did it, you were having issues with that shit and you were annoyed. And I don't know if you had ever solved it or not. We never talked about it again. But either way, point is that if you didn't own it, like for me, I never owned 1 and 2 on my account. And now when I log on to Hitman 3, I have all of them. And it's all, and they added the DLC and everything for free. Like you have the Patient Zero, all that shit.
Yeah.
Isn't Hitman on Game Pass? Yeah, they added Hitman. They added the trilogy on Game Pass, but that's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't really matter, because if you have Game Pass, you already have all of them anyways for now. But I bought Hitman before it got added to Game Pass. So whatever, it was just a cool little add-on, little touch that the developers did to kind of get people to come back, because now they added a new game mode where you get to do like freelance assassinations. They did like a little vlog reveal or whatever, and they added that new game mode, and a lot of people have been going back to play it. So they're trying to get everybody to stick around a little longer while they make the new James Bond game, I guess.
They put GoldenEye on Game Pass?
Yeah, they added it to the, so if you own the Rare Retro Replay, you got it for free, or if you have Game Pass, you get it on there too.
You tried it? You haven't played it on stream yet?
I haven't played it on stream, but I've already played it, yeah.
How's it look? How's it play?
Exactly like N64, just widescreen with 4K. So like it's not a remake, or it's more like a remaster where they literally just make it like it looks clean, but the graphics.
A lot of people were on it.
I don't know. I haven't really read into it, honestly. A lot of people are excited and stuff, but I haven't really like
But you
read
played
it.
it, right? Is it only online?
No,
Or
online.
the story.
No, online is only for Nintendo.
Oh, so you can't even play it online?
Not on Xbox. Xbox had to cut a deal with Nintendo because they own the rights to it.
Oh, brother.
Which is why it never came
Oh
out.
my! What kind of half-assed shit is that, dog?
It's not half-assed, bro. Nintendo had a grip on it. And they didn't want Xbox to have the full thing. So
But Xbox doesn't do that shit to Nintendo.
Well, I mean, bro, we're talking about gold. Trust me, man. When you get on that shit, you're not even gonna care that they don't have.
No, I know, but I'm like, I just think it's grimy. Like Xbox has given games to Nintendo, but they don't put half the game.
It is definitely grimy for sure. So the thing is that a lot of people don't even know the story. This game was actually worked and built for the 360. They were gonna do it as an Xbox Live Gold. Why? Because Xbox got into business with Rare, the creators of GoldenEye. Since they got into business with them, they started working on it. They started the production, but while in the middle of making the game, they ran into copyright issues for the release. The creators, the movie rights and the songs and all that shit, all those deals expired. Like, you could still play it on the Nintendo 64 and all that shit or whatever, obviously, but those deals expired to have the right to be able to re-release that game. And then on top of that, since that was a Nintendo exclusive at that time and shit, that was a Nintendo product. Nintendo owned the rights to the game, to my understanding, and they had a grip on that shit. And Xbox canceled the game, like, through the production. Like, it was already getting ready to get released and everything, and they didn't get to release it for Xbox 360. Xbox One came out. Rumors started swirling that GoldenEye was gonna get relaunched for Xbox Live, but that it never got made because of the copyrights. Long story short, fast forward to Series X, PS5, whatever, Nintendo Switch. The Xbox ended up cutting a deal with everybody to get the game on the Rare Replay bundle. And the stipulation was that Nintendo will get the full online feature and Xbox would get just the regular game. And to play it on Nintendo, you gotta have like their version of their version of playing online to get the N64 games, which I think it's called like Nintendo Online Premium or something, which is like an extra 20, but like it's the regular online is $20 a year, and I think this one's like $40-$50 a year. What's the status on his Twitter set? On his Twitter has footage of the new and old fatigue system in 2022 running the rope often will wear you out. Waiting for Mandy Rose entrance to drop. We're not gonna get a Mandy Rose entrance. They'll just post her on the website, but unless somebody gets access to that shit and releases it, they're not gonna promote her. I remember last year, all the superstars that were added to the game that weren't in the company anymore, we didn't see anything from them. We just saw them posted on the website. And some of them didn't even get announced. Like, I remember we didn't get to see some of the supers. Like, I remember like Jeff Hardy and some of these other superstars, they didn't get shown till they showed the menus. What up, Rabbit? How's it going? WWE is mad for Brock going off script at the Royal Rumble after he got eliminated. What do you mean they're mad at him? I didn't read about. I didn't look into that.
Remember when he got eliminated and he started like tearing, like went on a tantrum Like he tore up the announcer table, got the stairs, and like they had to bring out authority out there, whatever, and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Apparently, well, like the tantrum was everything was planned and scripted. It was just like so like him. He top cover of the announcer table.
Yeah.
He threw that shit into the ring in the middle of the rumble.
Oh shit!
Right?
Really?
Yeah, so that was a little unexpected. And he got the stairs and he started throwing shit, throwing the cameras. And then the referee that he punched.
I don't remember. I don't remember the segment.
So like you remember Adam Pearce, everybody came out, all
Yeah, I
the
remember
referees and shit like that. All right, the referee that he punched over the little fucking bullshit, whatever the fuck. And it's not a big deal. He's not like super in trouble. It's just that like he kind of fucked up some shit. Was that that referee that he punched basically was supposed to be the referee at the end of the Royal Rumble? No, at the end of the match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Who was the last match? It was Roman, right? Yeah. All right. So that referee was supposed to be the one that was raising Roman's hand at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
But because of what Brock did, kayfabe, they had to play it off like he was injured for the rest of the day, so they had to switch referees.
Yeah, so he
For the
messed up
middle
the
of the night.
production on it.
Yeah, he messed up the production. Yeah, so they were not mad, they were annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah, Yami saying that Brock choked the ref over the rail in front of the fans. That was the
Yeah,
main problem.
and then basically they had to play it off, so they couldn't bring him back for the rest of the night. And he was supposed to be the referee for the main event.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah, because that other ref was already scheduled in production and everything to produce the match with them.
Yeah.
You can't access online in GoldenEye from itself on the Switch. You have to do it online before you start up. What up, Jeff? How's it going? What's going on, guys? What up, Ernest? What's going on? What's going on? What happened to Trout? This dude must have fallen asleep.
He's on Switch. He's watching Amaranth. You know he don't talk on Amaranth. When Amaranth is on, Trout don't talk.
Nah, fool.
I haven't
I
heard
ain't
this.
watching her.
I haven't even heard you chuckle or twitch or fart.
He's on that pooper scooper.
Yeah.
Super duper scooper.
Hey, bud, are you with the Target?
Are you with Micromania at Target, bud?
Getting 101 Dalmatians on DVD exclusive edition?
Yeah,
is that Ronnie 2K?
Unique kick out by Rhea where she hold her hand into detail.
Wow, another
Yeah.
one just came in right now.
That was unique for sure. That was awesome.
Was Sleepy Time Sims?
They're going to show Showcase today. I don't want them to show Showcase because that's kind of spoiling the story mode. You can't play with randoms on Switch. You can only play with people on your friends list. Oh, so it's like playing split screen but online. How do I feel about War Games? I think they did a fantastic job. Peace out, Justin. I'll see you later.
So it actually look good. It actually looks like it plays good. All that shit.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. Seamless transition.
I gotta give it a little look-see.
Yeah, Mandy Rose is more likely in the game, man. You know how many superstars got released within the 2 years that before 2K22 came out and they were still in the game?
Oh, annoying.
Goodbye, Cynthia.
Sinny Sin is a little. Sinny Sin is a little snoozer. And Jalen casually dozing off.
Brown to the trap.
Sefu.
What up, Mark?
Get off that Twitch, huh? What are you playing, Diablo?
Get off that Twitch.
What are you watching? What are you watching, Trout? Don't lie. 1, 2, 3. Answer. 1, 2, 3.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty? Oh, he lying. He lying.
Warzone.
That board zone?
Warzone. That sweat zone, you mean?
Why are you watching it when you're just playing?
I like to do both.
He goes, I'm bi. I do both.
Wow. New unique finisher reversals. Yep. Kofi misses the Trouble in Paradise counter with a super kick. I saw it.
But it's better than Sins. At least he watches and plays the game. Sins turns on the game and he stays in the menus.
Racking up the hours.
A menu demon.
And if you didn't know any better, you'd be like, "Oh shit." He actually
he stays on 2K.
yeah,
No, he stays in the menus.
Yeah. Wow, this dude really been playing that shit.
He jumps on 2K to watch the little 2K show, the little 2K update shit.
Oh, the TV jump.
He likes watching that female, that little host. That's his inside the NBA for him.
Yo, Sin, so how do you feel after being banned on day 3? Still got seven more days to go, bud.
What happened?
Yeah, it's just rough.
7 days, man. You'll be back just in time to rip packs next week.
Oh, with his little band.
Yeah, he's coming.
Being a little rebel. Sins, why you a little rebel? See, I told you the Chinese was gonna fuck you up, dog.
Man, they really did.
Friggin' Sins is making his big comeback in 7 days, ready to rip some packs with real money, real VCM.
Yeah, bud.
No. I think I'm going to mess down.
So you're gonna transition to another game?
Nah, I started playing FIFA. See if I like that Ultimate Team again.
Oh, okay. You're getting ready to bail on 2K for like a week.
Transition.
Since he's gonna trash it for like 7 days, and he's gonna be like, "Let me go see what's popping with this new card." Or are you gonna start buying more operators on Warzone?
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the move too.
If they do,
but no, we'll see what they do with the packs. They gotta boost the odds. We'll see what happens.
Then show one of the clip matches. I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna lie, whatever they post on Showcase today on the up down down, I'm not gonna watch it. I have no interest whatsoever in getting that spoiled, even though I know the result of the match.
Watching what?
Showcase. Wake up, bro. Turn your volume up. I need help on 2K22. Why is the controller using both keyboard and what? Showcase only has 5 matches? It doesn't have 5 matches. I don't know. What platform are you playing on? Are you playing on the computer? You probably gotta enable the controller settings or something. I don't know.
You.
Since did you buy Modern Warfare 2 after all? Or was that like a trial that you had?
No, of course you didn't, bro.
Nah, I bought that shit. I ain't touched it. I told you this was gonna happen. I told you, bro.
You played with us a couple times.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I told you was gonna happen.
What happened?
Waste of 100.
What do you mean waste? It's your fault for not playing with us when we're on.
Nah, I just don't like the game.
What?
You don't like the game?
Yeah.
Oh my!
I'm in that sweat zone.
Nah, you're in that bozo zone. Hold on, let me put the bozo screen.
Hey man, I bought Call of Duty, but I don't want to play it because I like playing Warzone. It takes up more menu time. The more menu time, the better. I don't like having action in the game. I don't like getting put back and respawning. I just bought the game on sale, but I'm gonna let everyone and say I bought it for 100. And now I'm banned from 2K. I don't know what to do with my life.
Hey, bud, why don't you come to Target with me, bud, and buy 101 Dalmatians in Target, bud?
Well, because I don't want to buy a DVD. I want to buy MT. I'm like a fish out of water, bud.
Instead, you could be a demon and give in to me.
He's a demon?
He's a fucking demon.
You could be a real demon, but instead you're a big bozo.
The wrath of the 1,000 suns.
Cities will be unleashed on cities and...
Freaking bozo. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Loser. I'm not sure, Will. I'm not sure. All of them are corrupted. You gotta try to see if you join like a Discord or something that maybe somebody posted. We won't get Bryan versus Cena. Bryan and Punk against Cena. Well, just boot up 2K15 and do the CM Punk versus Cena match. It still looks good. Maybe a bonus at the end, just like the Rey and Dominic was a bonus to unlock Dom in 22. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a bonus. I agree. I think they'll have bonuses in Showcase. I mean, Lionel already confirmed it. He said that there's a couple bonuses there that he's going to keep as a surprise. Imagine if Bray is like DLC 2K20. Well, Bray was in 2K22, so if they make him DLC in this one, is because they touched him up and stuff. Did I see that failed Riptide on Nia Jax? Was the Riptide a move or something? I saw that Nia Jax, there was 7 seconds on the clock and they hit her music too early. What up? Yo, Sins.
Here.
Wake up, bud.
Wake up, bud.
Wake up, bud.
Wake up, food.
Are you chilling with Ronald McDonald in the gas station, having a Big Mac with some beers?
And the
A little 7-Eleven hot dog, bud.
First, they make him as DLC in 2K20. Then they remove him from 2K22. And after that, he's DLC 2K23. Only a fool will give 2K money. So what, you're not going to play it? What up, Sean? How's it going? How's it going, buddy, bud? Yo, Sins.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get 2K23 or what? WWE, bud.
I don't think so.
Wow.
They didn't announce who's the special edition is, did they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Damn, dog. No way. Tell me he did not just say that.
Who's the special edition?
Tell me he did not just say that.
And his name is.
Wow.
I wish I could take a 1-day vacation inside of Sin's mind. It's not Earth.
It really, man, Sins is
He's
really
lost, dog. You know, like those old fucking shows, how like on top of their head it shows like a little cloud, or like what he's thinking.
Yeah.
And I imagine like a little. I imagine like
the Wally Coyote, right?
a little taco mascot dancing in his head.
Taco. Damn,
And like 2K menus. Warzone loadouts.
Damn.
Just parachuting.
Sins, man. It's
like
John
a
Cena,
parachute.
my boy. It's John Cena.
No, I know that, but that's the only. There ain't no special edition.
Oh, man.
I want that. I want that DX version. I want that rock version.
Sins. It's the ruthless aggression.
Sins.
And if you pre-order, it's Bad Bunny. If that's what you're trying to ask.
Oh, he wants Bad Bunny on the car?
Oh man.
Since,
Yeah,
and why would you ask about the most expensive edition? Like you getting the cheapest one.
He said, "What's the special edition?"
Bro, if they brought the rock, I'd give him that John.
The Rock. Look, that's the
Then
most casual statement ever.
Oh my god, he is.
That's
This
someone
dude.
who hasn't watched
edition.
wrestling in forever. They're
The
like,
physical
"Oh,
edition.
is Stone Cold still wrestling?"
Oh my god, we have it up on the screen. Will the release date is March 14th and March 17th. Oh man, That shit is hilarious, dog. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That shit is so funny, bro. No one would pre-order for Trash Bunny, Mid Bunny. Man, I love how you guys would say that shit when that guy is like the #1 recording artist in the world. March 14th is my birthday. Nice. Happy birthday. I'm ready for the 14th and I'm ready for 2K23. That's what's up, Logan. Read what I said about AW5 Forever. I did. You said that no one wants to buy that, but I don't. Will, you know why I didn't address it? Not only because, you know, my boys were talking, but my dude, you're telling me, let's all be honest, AEW Fight Forever is dead before releasing, and then you said that it's going to be a full price arcadey game instead of 2K23, but you just said on top, you just made fun of 2K23 saying, what is it that you said? About Bray Wyatt being DLC again, and then you also said something else. Hold on. You said about them not having Bryan and CM Punk. And then you said that they should do an update, and it's $80 for the same game, which you added another $10 to it. So like you've been doing nothing but being a negative Nancy, whether it's AEW or WWE or Bray Wyatt or DLC or Bad Bunny. Both got their flaws, but casuals will get 2K23 instead. How does that make you a casual though? You know that being a wrestling fan in 2023, it's very hard to be a casual at this day and age and be a wrestling fan. It doesn't go hand in hand. Man, you sound a little out of touch, bud. What up, Bill? Yeah, it's like somebody, Kill You came in here yesterday saying, oh man, 2K23, man, that shit, bro, that shit sucks. The renders are messed up. I'm like, the renders? You're really gonna complain about the renders? That was tough. Only hardcore fans would buy it, and sadly, that's not enough. You're talking about AEW. So AEW fans that buy the game are hardcore, and the ones that buy WWE are casual. Bro, being a wrestling fan, it's really hard to be a wrestling fan in this day and age. And you could tell who they are by like Sins. Sins just came in here and mentioned The Rock out of all people. And he said, who else did he say, Brian? Or it was just The Rock?
No, just The Rock.
Telling me he went in the soul.
Oh, and he said that he wanted the special edition to have DX.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Sins don't care, but see, what I love about Sins, he's honest. He doesn't care. But you can't come in and make that kind of sense and say, "Oh yeah," but it's just really hard for me to wrap my head around. Sorry, it's too early. I don't want to start the day with a headache. I hope they bring back promos. I don't think they are. They would have announced it, but that would be cool if they did. Am I going back and forth with this? Why am I going back and forth with this man for no reason? It's a no-win. Sounds like it. What up, Action Packed? How's it going? Plan on getting Wrestling Code 2? Oh, yeah, me too, for sure. So, yeah, the point that I was trying to make, man, that it's really hard to just be a casual wrestling fan in general when the driving force in the wrestling industry is actually the diehard fans that are spending the money, which is the people that are in like their 30s and shit. People with kids and just kids in general are getting it because their parents have gotten them into it or whatever. But it's really hard for you to be a casual fan. It's not like the Attitude Era where everyone in pop culture was aware of who Stone Cold and The Rock were and shit like that. The only person that people can like in this day and age and consider it casual is Roman Reigns. He's the most recognizable figure on the planet in terms of pro wrestling. Like a lot of people know him outside of the business, and even then it's not even close to like Attitude Era stuff. The numbers are just not there. So what I'm trying to say is that if to be a wrestling fan, to watch the show on TV, if it's hard to be you know, just a casual viewer, it's going to be even harder to be a casual gamer and buy 2K23. Like, wrestling has almost become like a niche. Am I getting Street Fighter 6? Yeah, I plan on getting it. Will I get it day one for whatever the price is for standard? I don't know. Hopefully I could get it on sale. That's why I need my coffee in the morning before people start stuff. Nah, it's all fun and games. We're just having fun. I know he's being a little upset. It's okay. But damn, I thought he was gonna go out on a limb for AEW Fight Forever and be like, "Oh, that's the game I'm looking forward to. That sounds like it's gonna be fun." He said, "No one's buying AEW." Sammy, you are a casual. Yo, what happened? Did you guys all go take a smoke break with Sins at the same time?
Nah, food. I'm here, food.
Yeah, you're gonna cipher, bro.
I might if they start showing more stuff about it. Yeah, so for what it's worth, I think it's going to be a slow news day considering that the last 2 days was pretty noteworthy. I don't think we're going to really bank on getting anything else. I mean, if we do, I'll have my eyes peeled and I'll drop videos or talk about it on stream. You know, I'll address it at some point in time. But it's definitely fun to anticipate all these things. I feel like it's one of the best times of the year to just enjoy the road to WWE, to the new release, you know, 2K23, what have you. Wrestling is a lot easier to watch now on TV. SmackDown is on local TV. WWE is on Peacock for as little as $5 a month. Pay-per-views are included. Yep. But still, even though it's easier to watch, it's the fandom, man. You got to be a fan. The fandom has to be there. It's as easy as it's ever been, but I'll probably hit that live later again, depending on what they drop. I'm trying to think of what I'm uploading that video that we talked about, the superstar instances from Smack Talks. But Will G is acting like he didn't hear everything I just said. He just randomly said, "I'm back now." Depending on what we get later today, if it's noteworthy, I'll be back. If not, we'll see. I'm definitely going to drop some videos. The only thing I want for Universe Mode is more stories and draft. Hell yeah. Me too. But I'm going to get off to eat breakfast and just relax a little bit. So I'll be hitting you guys up. I'll keep y'all posted through Discord, Twitter. You'll see me come on here live again. If you hear anything, y'all can hit me up on Discord and I'll keep in touch. And we'll be jumping around. Now, I am going to play on the other channel. Something. I don't know exactly yet. What yet, I mean. But if you guys are not following my other channel, I suggest you do so. I'll be live there later. Just casually chilling. I put the link right there. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers over on the other channel. So over there, you can expect all the plus stuff. You know, live streams, videos, talking about movies, games, all the goods. Is Mandy Rose in the game? She probably will be. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Subscribe to the other channel, y'all, so when I go live, we could keep talking over there, all right? Let's go.
How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said.